He'd signed up for that for entirely psychic dueling. Just
Well,
like I'm sure there's some people that have signed up entirely for magical dueling.
well, he's the fool.
I mean, at some point
mean-
you're going to have to fight a real flesh and blood person, probably.
Yeah, I know. But,
I'm
I
just-
can work with that.
No, I'm just saying, when you say when it comes to magic, I look forward to the person who's I look forward to the makers who's like fist maker. Their form of magic. I cast fist.
Ah, yes, a muscle wizard.
Very true.
Time to stack all the transmutation enhancements that you can. Okay. If anyone needs to grab a drink now, well, 5 minutes ago probably would be a good time, but
Too late
have a minute
now.
or two to go grab it. As you can see, party music in the chat for whenever we get to a party. Yeah, we'll just go for the thing of it now. Baby,
Hello.
Dark,
No.
Torn.
Huh?
Just going for roll call. Tinder.
Hello.
Rose?
I'm here in some form.
Fair.
The
Sideline.
form may be sleep, but she's here.
She's got morning squeaky voice.
It's so cute.
Lord.
Don't call me cute.
Fine, we'll call you adorable.
Ah.
I'm afraid your protests only make you cuter.
I'm gonna go with handsome.
SMH.
It's like a kitten trying to be angry.
Depends how much rabies the kitten has. Anyway,
Oh, I've been bitten by a kitten. It bit straight through my thumb. It was the worst experience I've ever had. I had to pick up a feral cat in the backyard, and the way I got it out of the woodpile is it bit me in the thumb, and I picked it up by that. It bit straight through my thumb, and I just lifted it like that and grabbed it by the scruff.
ew.
Wow.
It bit straight through the thumbnail. It was awful.
Well, thank you.
And on that
Okay,
delightful note,
Let's move away. So, last time, what did happen last time? Good question. People did mostly personal shit.
classes happened.
People talked to a horse.
He's my friend now. He's
Aaron
the best
gets
horse.
terrorized by the world again.
Yep.
Wolf made a fancy drawing,
He
Great.
did.
which Aaron then denoted as probably due to eldritch entities or some shit.
Nah, Aaron's just paranoid.
Rude.
It's true. Look. It's true. But anyway, people have done some things over the rest of the week. For instance, we'll quickly flash over to Tinder. Ipos does a ritual ?
I need a lightning storm, and yes, I do a ritual. If I believe it was going to be Ash was going to help. Maybe.
Yeah.
Don't you
Yeah,
need
sure.
a lightning storm for the ritual?
No,
Not
that's
for
a
the-
separate ritual.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's breakthrough times 2.
Yes. Oddly enough,
Yes.
the one that doesn't need a lightning storm is the more expensive one.
Is that odd?
I mean,
I feel like with a lightning
guess.
storm you're getting free energy.
Yeah, I guess this way we're having to produce the energy ourselves, whereas with the lightning storm, it's like, here's free energy.
Those free radicals. They're pretty radical, yo.
Yeah, have you seen them on their skateboards?
For sure. Ipos, Ash. Well, I guess, Tinder, do you want me to describe how the ritual looks, or do you want to do it yourself? It's a bit of improv.
I mean, it's a bit of a weird ritual in that basically all Ipos needs Ash for is to set up the actual circle itself, and then just make sure Ipos doesn't die during the proceedings of it. But for the most part, he's got his Axon thing stood up, pretty much pointed straight up in the center of the circle, and then on top of it, he's sort of carefully balanced one of the energy orbs. Basically, the one that was powering the constructs in the cities, he's found a few of those that are empty. He's set two aside for other things for later, and then he's got one just sort of balanced precariously on top of this staff. And he's going to be doing ritual stuff that will weirdly and quite disturbingly cause, like, bits of the nerve that he is using as a quarterstaff to start wrapping around the orb and pushing tendrils into it and just connecting.
Sure.
It's really quite
So-
disturbing to look at.
It's a bit like when what's the fucking big mouth thing in Star Wars?
The Sarlacc pit?
Yeah. Weird big mouth swallowing just I don't know, a marble. Yes. This ritual can involve up to 3 people, but you have chosen 2. And there are 3 checks you need to make. There is Spellcraft DC 20 and 2 Knowledge Natures DC 15.
Yes.
Now, you are both casters, so you get a miscellaneous +1 to all of your rolls for this.
We effectively get an aid from the school stuff.
I'm going to just take 10.
You can't
I
on a
do
ritual.
not believe you can for rituals.
Yeah,
Well, in
that
case.
was part of the issue. But hang on, before you roll, there's modifiers, because like I say, you get the +1 from being a caster, you effectively get an aid from the school supplies, and Ipos is providing Tears to Wine for the pair of us for the duration.
And that's another +2?
I believe so, yes.
Yes. So you're not level 6 or whatever it is.
And because this is spellcraft related to creating a circle and not like reading magic necessarily, I can probably get an aid from Bluebell because they're trained.
Sure. You can have your familiar help. It's
Uh,
sort of the function of a familiar sort most of the time.
aha, she succeeds in aiding.
Damn.
Good job, Bluebell. No, don't fuck up. This is costing me a lot.
Oof. Big oof. Ash gets to work on the circle, laying out the I suppose in this sort of ritual it'll be like probably corded metal that you're using to arrange the circle, keeping in line with the electricity and also nerve theme. The circle almost seeming like a flower in bloom. But yeah, Ash thinks we've got it all good and gone.
My character sheet is being dumb.
I suppose there's also the fact that if anyone just generally in the party who has a long-lasting buff wants to cast it on either of the participants, they could.
It will take an hour, roughly, so it'll need to be an hour lasting. Which is why
You're out of luck, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm burning all of my druid spells for the day to effectively Tears to Wine for the whole duration.
Yeah, I'm afraid. Like, Sideline can't really share extracts. Magus, Psychic,
Mhm.
not a lot of variety.
Okay, my sheet is not recalculating as it should because Roll20 is dumb. So basically, there should be these should both be 5 higher, and Ipos is just doing both of the nature checks. That's 1, and so that's
Ooh.
a 26 and a 20. Because
Yep,
that's
that
not
is
including all the bonuses from stuff.
In which case, you clear it very readily. I imagine, as mentioned before in the text chats, there's probably a decent bit of dancing from Ipos
Yeah, just constant.
as he goes around the circle, calling out to the spirits within the action, the ancient life within, to accept this gift. And slowly it does.
It's good dancing as well.
People's break dances, I suppose. But slowly, the reagents of the ritual are used up, and the action swallows the orb to endeavour something to PM you. Because technically you have a choice
Yay.
here.
Also, can you let me know how much it costs? Because originally you said between 400 and 600 gold.
Oh, that's right.
Like I
Let's
said,
go
this was
500.
expensive.
Yeah, just go 500.
Yep. That's half my gold. The first ability, is that
Mhm.
3 charges regardless of the spell level?
Yes. 3 flat.
Which I suppose makes sense, is that most we can hit 3rd level.
Yeah. So technically maybe not that useful right now, but when you start getting onto the upper levels, that's a whole entire new extra spell.
Yeah.
Which, because you probably very much like this, you could cast it while grappled.
What was Empower? Was that an extra 50% or...?
Yes. So your choice is more spell or more Daka.
I think I'm going to go for more spell, to be honest.
Fair enough.
Because I already output a decent amount of damage, and either way, this will at least let me free up a bit more between stuff. I swear I know the words I am supposed to be saying. Honest.
It's okay, I'll just blame Afer for making you play games for 5 hours. But in the end, the orb actually moves a decent amount down the body of the staff, settling itself in the very middle, where there's now a slight bulge. You suppose it makes it more clearer to hold, you guess? But the staff has become empowered. At some point I'll add it onto the thingy. Not right now, because, well, you know what it does anyway.
Yep. And there's no weird
Same thing.
side effects from it?
No.
Probably.
Sigh.
There could have been weird side effects if you rolled real badly.
Oh, I want weird side effects.
Most of them weren't good,
Yeah, but it makes things interesting.
I suppose, but no. Great.
Sigh. But yeah, for reference for the others, I can now once per day spend... Oh yeah, it's once per day, bollocks, I misread that bit. Anyway, once per day I can spend 3 charges of the staff to cast an electricity subtype spell without using a spell slot. It counts as casting as a spell-like ability.
Cool.
Neat.
So yeah, later on when I get, I don't know, lightning bolt or whatever, there's a free lightning bolt.
More lightning bolt. Another thing to note is technically that'll be silent whenever you use it. Silent and still. Stealth lightning bolt.
Dang. Wow.
I mean,
the
as stealthy
casting
as
is
you can.
stealthy.
Yeah, as stealthy as you can be with like a line that comes from yourself.
To be fair, as long as you're like, if you're shooting through a thin wall.
And yeah. In that case, even if you cast, it's like, well, you're on the other side of the wall.
Just
Let's
cast
see.
and run.
Yeah. Does anyone else have anything they want to cover? Rose, do you want to leave your thing for text? Because who's sleepy?
It's up to you.
I think I'll leave it for text because I don't know how to speak like her, and I'm afraid.
Okay.
Valid.
Reflections are hard. But yes, Wolf has a thing.
Yes. And I apologize now in advance if anyone for whoever shares a room with.
Shazar Mufus, sorry, you cut out.
I don't know who shares a room with Aaron, but I apologize in advance. But
Marie.
Agree.
it's going to be early in the morning. So we set the scene. And suddenly you're going to hear a pounding on the door.
Oh, okay, hi.
I said it once, I'll say it again, we will never know peace.
I'm sorry. Do you want to get a new roommate? I'm so sorry.
Aaron.
Hi, Wolf. Hi. You hear a bit of stumbling. You hear someone swear as they kind of stumble over, and then you hear a clicking as someone makes a cane go into place, and then get to a visit.
Angry elf girl with books. She came and started reading stories to me, like bedtime stories. Angry ghost girl up here.
Oh, as in like a child about yay tall. Aaron actually puts it above her head.
Like this tall and with like pulls your ear up slightly pointedly.
Oh, right. Okay.
Wolf seems absolutely freaked out.
Right. Yeah, that's who I saw.
Who is she?
I don't know. I
I
was
thought you were
wondering the
looking
same
at this.
thing. I was, and I thought it was something else, and it turned out to not be that. So,
Wolf looks worried.
yeah. Um, we'll work on figuring that out, buddy. I
Oh, hi,
don't
Marie.
have.
Good morning, Wolf.
Want breakfast?
Sure, take that as an apology for you being here. Like, what time even is it?
I don't have a thing on me to tell time.
Well, the sun is just peeking over the horizon, so.
Okay, early enough to not want to be awake.
Yeah.
Mm,
Thanks, Wolf. We'll look into it. We'll put it on the list. Yeah, but I'm curious about it.
But she just appeared while I was sleeping, like stories and monsters and
Yeah,
it's like the old scary stories the priest used to say.
yeah.
Tell people to stay out of the woods.
I mean, at least it wasn't random arcane script.
Wolf tilts his head, huh?
She read arcane literature to me. It was weird, like spell formulae and stuff.
You probably understood it, right?
I understood it. Yes, it's not. I mean, I'd rather not be able to have them read random stuff into my brain.
Wolf nods. I'm gonna go make the breakfast.
Thanks.
Bye, Marie. Wolf
Pancakes.
pulls the door shut. Scene end.
Before that, Marie looks at Aaron. Dream girl?
Yeah, there's a random girl that showed up in our dreams. You know that rumor, that random ghosty thing or whatever? I think it's related to that personally.
Okay. Why would a ghost be interested in you and Wolf?
Why would a god be interested in me?
Okay, but like that's just you.
Is
You
it?
and Wolf?
I have no idea.
Presumably?
It's the only two we've heard of so far. It could be more, and just that people haven't bothered to mention it.
I suppose. No scene end.
I've been waiting for you since you messaged me, J-Merc.
In that case, I have a scene as well. Then this should help clear some things up.
Evan's getting all the visitors this morning.
It's going to be both Aaron and Wolf.
Where would you like to establish the scene then?
Just
Evan's
The
bedroom.
breakfast table.
in the common room, either one. It's fine. It doesn't matter where.
I'm currently serving.
Let's have
I'm
common
currently,
room
I'm
first.
currently serving breakfast to both Marie and to
This will actually likely be the day after that you talk to Aaron. Morning.
Okay.
So yeah, Aaron, Wolf, I have something that I need to tell you because I heard your commotion yesterday morning, Wolf.
Oops, did I wake you as well?
No. Well, yes and no. I was planning on being awake anyway. I was going to be waking up early to work on something. However, I have some good news for both of you. It is not a random ghost that was visiting you in your dreams.
That's good news. Why is that good news?
Because it was a tutor. Well, okay. Allow me to be more specific. She was a tutor who is in the school and was attempting to contact me through the plane of dreams at night.
To read you arcane literature.
No, I've spoken with her about lessons on wandering the plane of dreams as well,
Okay.
as I have not had much practice in actually foraying into Leng. But due to my natural mental fortitude, she was having troubles, and so she bounced off of my mind and into one of yours.
Through the ion stone.
Most likely, yes. That would make sense. So,
Don't want her in my head.
yes, I understand. She did not want to be in your heads either. As said, she was attempting to contact me, and well, things sort of had mild problems due to my natural mental barriers. So, apologies for that, and that has cleared up one of your issues, Aaron.
Thank you.
So, there's no need to worry anymore.
Why didn't she just leave head when she got to wrong person?
It's not that simple. Because of the way that her dream messaging works, it doesn't exactly allow her to come and go as she pleases. It's just sort of jumping her mind into someone else's for the night. Yeah. So she can't exactly turn it away. So she probably thought that it would be a good time just to, well, use her power since she's already done it, and attempt to help you two a little bit.
Oh, she's really small for a teacher.
She's not a teacher. She is actually a student. Well, a tutor. She is a student who offers her services to people to help them with their classes in exchange for gold. And due to her special skill, she's able to do so in the night whenever you are sleeping, and so you are not disturbed or your schedule is not disturbed. So yes, there you go. And yes, it did, J-Mac.
Nice.
So yes, do not worry. In fact, if you wish, you can have her actually tutor you for the night. Consensually this time, and not accidentally.
I will keep that in mind.
Yes, I actually feel you will find her help especially helpful because she has a wide range of knowledgeable topics.
Does she know about tracking?
I am not certain, but I do believe she knows of nature.
Which I suppose, since Bigby has revealed this to you two, I can reveal it for everyone else as well.
Hey,
Mhm.
Silas, can you do your weird? Can you talk in people's brains?
No, I cannot.
Oh,
I'm not telepathic.
Oh, you don't know the message spell?
Message doesn't talk in your head.
I know. I'm just saying. Aaron doesn't know that. I'm saying
Actually,
it
I'm
anyway.
double checking. Got to actually bring in my character sheet. So, dude, don't think Silas has message. But he might. No, he does not have message. No, I do not.
Well, there is something I do need to talk to you guys about later. Or fuck it now. No one's awake yet. Yeah, I kind of partially blew up the church.
Oh.
Well, you were there, Silas. Just bringing everyone else up to speed.
I was feigning ignorance.
Shut up. We're in our group. You're being involved in this even if you don't want to be.
Yes, I know. Fine then, I guess if we are letting the cat out of the bag.
Only to our friends.
Oh, yes, of
Wait,
course.
what cat?
A metaphorical cat that does not actually exist.
So, Mary puts a hand up. Why exactly are you, causing massive property damage?
It was not us, not directly. Nor was it Aaron directly, I guess I should say. In the night, Aaron came to me and asked for aid in, well, watching over her as she attempted to contact Voice. Directly via parents' application.
Ah.
And, as it turns out, he seems to take a very direct route in speaking to his followers, quote unquote.
Yeah, he kind of just showed up.
Yes, quite literally. We had a chat about things and all that. I will not get into that because that is Aaron's privacy. However, afterwards, he seems to have been being chased by a very large serpent. Specifically, one to the god. One sec. I need to go to the chat and actually see what the god's name was. Silas remembers, but I do not.
What is it with
like that.
What is it with divine entities being chased by serpents?
I don't know.
Does that happen a lot?
Like all the books seem to talk about. All the books seem to have a serpent somewhere.
Do you want me to just tell you, Bigby? See if you're looking.
Yeah, go for it. I'm
Svigod?
probably here, but
It's the god Aspects.
aspects, yes. There we go. It was a serpent, most likely an avatar of aspects. If any of you know who that is. Avatar or agent, I am not certain.
Kind of just sort of grew out of the ground. And
To be fair, Voice appeared in a puff of smoke.
yeah, but Voice was just Voice. Aspects might have just been aspects.
Potentially, yes. That's why I said avatar.
Silas, when you mention the name Aspects, Marie's face like instantly curdles. Ugh.
Oh, I assume you know of him.
He's, I suppose you could say he's a pretty big deal.
Wait, really?
No.
He is a patron god of the entire country, first of all. He...
Oh.
People don't say it much, but he's basically the de facto leader.
Oh. Wait.
What?
One sec. Silas would know this then, I assume.
No,
He would.
okay, no, Timon, fill me in, please.
Can do.
Wait, how can a god rule a country? Gods
Well,
rule
judging by the fact that this god can just show up, that's how.
Yes, he is a bit more
That's not how
direct.
That's not how gods work.
Except it is
It
now.
is not normal.
It's
He
less
has-
that, Wolf. It's more his priests are in charge. It's a wholly authoritarian country. They are the top dogs.
Yes, they are quite powerful in their country, and well, they control things quite readily.
Not a nice place to live.
Yes, and voice does not seem to be very well liked there.
Well, judging by the fact that he's being chased around or something.
Yes, exactly. And that's where the hole comes in, because the 100-foot-long python sprang from the ground, and Aaron directed it into a wall as it was chasing voice. For some reason, I do not know why.
I'm sorry, I have moments.
Yes, I know.
Like,
And it burst through the wall chasing after him.
yeah.
Jerry
So,
looked
not
off.
technically our fault.
I mean, yeah, technically it's the god's fault. I feel like if anyone's allowed to break a chapel, it's them.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
kind of. Is there anything I need to know about this aspects? Like, how much of a bitch is he?
Yes, I know of the country, but I do not actually know of the deity in his portfolio, as it were.
Oh, I can tell you that. He has a few things that are kind of his artifice, law, mainly, very lawful god. Also things like war.
Oh. Then why is he chasing around a fucking trickster god?
I'm gonna probably in the same method that, Voice has done with you. He's probably annoyed him somehow.
Oh,
I feel
that's a
like
good point.
that's
Never
not
mind.
exactly like
I
out
got
of the realm of possibility.
I mean, trickster gods are often disliked.
Yes. Especially one that seems to be very tied into satire, such as he.
Wait, trickster gods are often disliked. Why?
Because they poke fun at everybody.
They also tend to
And
cause
people don't like being poked fun at, especially those that are very well in power and perhaps a bit insecure about it.
Jesus, learn how to take a joke.
It's also apparently they cause trouble a lot.
Yes, that
Oh
too.
well, okay, that much is true.
After all, it's interesting coming from you that you're saying, can't they take a joke?
The reason I can't currently take a joke is because I've been tormented and having current nightmares about a bird demon that's in my brain.
Yes, I understand.
Thank you. And my father recently died, so I've been nearly very off put by that still.
Yes.
Just a bad audience, I guess.
He sure knows how to choose him, I suppose.
Yeah, something likes an underdog. Though I will say, voice doesn't actually seem all that bad now that I've actually talked to him. He just seems like a frat bro or something,
Yes, that seems to be more accurate.
which I'm actually not upset about. That seems fine to me.
At least you have a bit of peace now if he's being chased.
Well, no. Because that still doesn't justify what's been happening recently. Like someone's writing "kick me on the back of my head." As we learned, that was not voice in the first place.
As well, I believe I have a minor update on our stalker, as it were.
Oh, really?
He is not watching you. He is watching me.
Are you saying that out of egotistical love for yourself, or are
No,
you
I'm
just?
stating that as a fact.
Oh, okay. Is it a problem?
No, but it is just a detail that I feel is important.
So you
Meaning
gonna?
your troubles may have something else. However, I need to keep researching into this masked fiend.
Oh, so it is a problem. As in, you don't want him to be watching you, and it isn't just
No,
some weird. Okay.
no, I may think very highly of myself, and I'm certain others do as well. In fact,
Well,
I'm
obviously, you're the
guaranteed
stalker.
to know. But I do not wish to be watched in the middle of the night as I sleep.
And we also have this ghost bitch to deal with.
I do not even know if that ghost exists. I am certain that it's just a rumor, because, as said, the ghost in your head was another student.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was just a misunderstanding for you.
All right, so let's slim things down now. We don't know who wrote "Kick Me on the Back of My Head." We do know who's tormenting my dreams. We do know who theoretically is on the roof for other reasons. We now know voice is not necessarily a problem, and he's actually kind of cool. We now know that Aspects is here, and it's the reason why Voice has been a bit preoccupied lately. Voice hasn't been messing with me at all since the island, since he's been being chased around by Aspects. And apparently, Aspects followers are somewhere within the campus and are being rather grumpy about Voice, I guess.
What about the strange basement feelings?
What?
Wolf tilts his head for a moment. Did I not? Oh.
Yes,
When we kind of first got back, I felt like something was weird in the basement. Like I could feel it all out from my room. It's almost like someone had like this big string was trying to pull me at it.
It's very odd.
So like something pulling you, wanting to go into the basement?
Kind of. It wasn't strong, but something.
All right.
I kind of forgot about it for a bit.
Well, at least you forgot about it. That's good. So it's not like constantly doing it. Well, I will say that I did think of a few things that will solve my construct issue that I've been having. But it does require still a lot of money, and I need funds. So I'm sort of free at the moment, as I can't really progress with any of my projects. I'm almost, I believe, done with your armor, Wolf.
That's good.
Yeah.
When do you think it'll be done?
If I'm motivated today and I miss one of my classes, I can get it done today. I think.
Sunday or Saturday, so no classes.
Oh, it's Saturday? Well, then maybe in the morning.
We have all 3 time slots today.
For one of my other projects, I need someone who's really good at planar.
And about at this time, Ash shows up.
Oh, speaking of planar.
Huh? What? Oh.
Wait, is this an example of speak of them and the devil will come kind of thing?
Yeah, kind of.
Potentially, yes.
You see, I was just coming to get you guys to ask if you were ready to go into town for the Harvest Festival.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, yes, that is today. Wonderful.
Festival?
I need to go do something quick. But yes, yeah.
Shall we presume that, over the course of breakfast, you catch up the rest of Team PC with what's being said here, basically?
Mhm.
Mass info dump begin!
Everyone enjoy the services of, hey, we've got a tutor on campus that you can talk to.
If you're willing to
Try not to
spend money,
swallow.
at least.
Yeah, mentioning that, Ash actually just goes, damn it, why don't cute girls come to me in my dreams?
Obviously, because you do not have mental barriers up. Because, after all, they had to penetrate mine in order to come in there.
So you're playing hard to get. I see.
Yes, exactly.
Ipos just looks confused by this.
Nice stick, by the way, Ipos.
Yes, it much better now, much good.
I helped.
That's nice.
They drew funny circle on ground, then I do stuff with stick.
Mostly danced.
By the way, Ash, do you want to help me tear a hole in reality?
It was very important dance.
Cool. We're gonna need actually a lot of help with this. Hey, Alana. Well, welcome to morning.
Why are we tearing a hole in reality? Also, I've been awake for several hours. I don't sleep in like you people.
Oh, really? Shit. Well, I wanted to work on one of my theories about teleportation. And no, I'm not teleporting any people because that's hella dangerous. A lot of people have died like that. I was going to build a very, very rudimentary prototype for a construct that can teleport.
I see.
The problem is that Aaron pulls out the blueprint for a teleportation circle that is half complete, half done. And I can't bypass the fact that this is requiring the theoretical fifth sphere of magic, which I hear is mostly rumor. So I don't know how to bypass that. I had a theory that I could borrow one of Ipos' sphere lightning orb things, and theoretically that could just dump all the power out of that. And the numbers kind of match up, but I don't know many materials that wouldn't just explode on contact. So I need runes and sigils and ways of actually tearing holes in reality that don't involve explosion.
Okay.
How should you help me with that?
Ash just kind of takes a look at it and goes, "You shouldn't need that much power. You're just going a short distance, right?"
The way I have it currently lined up is that I would go like 400 feet. It could go further, but since I don't have like normal ways of doing calculations, I'm having to do the hard math for how far to teleport. So I don't want to go further.
400 feet. You don't need that much power. You're just.
I-
All right, I'll look into a shorter range thing for you. I think I
because
know
currently this
something to look at.
circle's set up to go miles, and I'm having to convert down.
Well, hold on. Not quite. It's before the circle. The thing you discovered about the circle is it's supposed to work in wonky places, so it can work miles, but only in places where distance is sort of subjective and shit anyway.
Still,
that's
it's asking for this amount of power to go from one place to another to specific locations. So it's not doing the math, but it is requesting the power. So it is miles, but only to specific locations. It's also another reason why I have this giant fucking amethyst here, to carve the runes into it so it doesn't explode with the power, and also amethyst resonate at a certain frequency, so I can actually find where the other part of it is by just getting a signal.
Hmm.
The problem with that is, as I know distance at that point, I do not know coordinates. However, I can figure out the coordinates myself, and that's where the hard math comes in. And that's why I don't want to go miles. That's why I go 400 feet, because I don't want to calculate miles. Then I have to worry about air pressure differences and shit like that. No, if it's 400 feet, I can just sort of flub some of the numbers, and I don't care.
Aaron's approach to magic. Wing it.
Well, it's like those sort of math calculations where you say, yeah, in a theoretical environment where you don't have to worry about air friction, just ignore that part.
It exists somewhere.
Yeah. So theoretically, yes, this can go miles.
I've always loved those calculations, by the way.
Theoretically, this teleportation system does have the capability of going miles. I lack the ability to do that amount of calculations and the amount of time that I would have to set up the teleportation spell, and thus it would fizzle before I got the math done. At 400 feet, I can do it. But then again, I also know that you guys function more off feeling for teleportation spells, in theory. So, I mean, observation is going to be important.
Never teleported, actually.
Oh, well, good. I don't recommend it. That was something that happened all the time in Silvermount. Well, all the time, as in a lot of mages tried to figure it out and ended up in walls. That was a common appearance.
Yeah, teleportation's scary.
Yeah, we haven't. The only teleportation I've seen is the remnants of what a bad teleport looks like.
Not entirely true.
Have
Does
I
anyone
seen
want to give me an intelligence check?
Sure. I mean, I'm going off of what she's seen.
Are we going more intelligence? So
this is more a memory. But oof. Ash.
Yeah, that's about my
breakfast is just too good. Damn.
Wolf is full of brain food today.
Roll 20 is yelling at me.
And it's yelling at me too.
I am as smart as Alana.
Do you want to give it a
I'm
go?
as smart as Ash.
I rolled twice back, so just ignore the second one.
Oh,
okay. I'm still as smart as Alana.
Yeah, you're good. It just
still pretty
lags.
well.
I'm smarter than Silas.
Oh, wait, I can't add inspiration to this. Never mind, an 8. So yes, the only thing that Aaron has
Severe
seen for
inspiration.
teleportation is some people ending up in walls.
Kind of. There's a moment where Lee walks past where suddenly it pinks inside of your minds. Hey, didn't she teleport in front of us, like as a demonstration when
Yes.
we first got here?
Oh. Well, I suppose that's true. I suppose we could talk.
Hey Lee, we have breakfast. Come join us.
Thank you. Do not
Hey,
mind.
do you want to talk to us about like tearing holes in reality later?
Why would
And
Lee know about tearing holes in reality? She makes like little construct puppet things.
They should be also teleported.
What?
Yeah.
She did.
Well, yes, well, I do happen to make puppets. My specialization is actually in conjuration. As she,
Why have you never told me this?
I mean, she, like, appears next to you. Uh-huh. You never asked, I suppose.
Are you doing the math for that, or is it just sort of like a latent talent?
I mean, part of it is working with the school of conjuration gives you a natural sense for distance, depth, that sort of thing. I can't go very far with it, give or take about 10 feet. That's the main limitation, but I also prefer, safety, so it's nice.
You might be interested in this. Aaron just sort of makes a head gesture down to the paper that's on the table. It's covered in math and conjuration and
Welcome to 100% conjuration.
She spins it around and looks at it. Where did you find this?
basement.
Oh, okay. Never mind. That makes a bit more sense.
Yeah, no, I didn't just make this. No, who do you think I am?
Well, I expected you found it.
Oh.
You're no offense, but you never struck me as someone interested in magic that much.
You're right in that regard. I mean, magical items, yeah, but I can't actually do personal magic.
That's fair. Very many people can't.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't mind, could I keep a hold of this?
I mean, I'm kind of in the middle of it, but yes, sure, go for it.
I mean, you can have it back whenever. I just want to look at it today.
Sure, go for it. Try not to,
Oh, by the way, Lee, we're all going to the Harvest Festival. No, you don't have a choice, Aaron.
I wasn't. I know. We already went over that. Do note finder's fee if you try to monetize it. So, yep, okay.
Yeah, fair enough. But you all have fun. The Harvest Festival actually sounds quite nice, but I've never went.
Go on.
To be fair, I just kind of placed the most cool thing I think she could have in a long time ever in front of her. So
I already have sort of a full schedule. Though, if you want, you can roll me a sense motive check.
sure.
Why could this not be when I was a level higher and actually had a skill point to put into sense motive right now?
Holy shit,
I have
Torin.
rolled 2 dice and I've rolled 2 ones.
Wow.
Let's go.
You're saving your luck for the party, I suppose.
I'm just
Holy.
glad you rolled decently on my ritual.
Oh, that's true, actually. I forgot about
Oh,
that.
yeah. I actually forgot about that. But so far, 2 nat ones in a row. Can I do 5 today?
Please
I
don't.
would break a record.
Please don't.
Aaron, you're kind of like, yes, busy, that makes sense. But as, like, later, when Lee, grabs some food and returns to her room, a sudden thought strikes you. You've never actually seen Lee leave the dorm at all.
Oh. Okay, that makes sense.
The one thing you have noticed, specifically at your Golomancy lecture, is a puppet, which apart with specialized writing implements. You've never actually seen her at the class either.
I think Lee is a bit. What is it called? I think Lee's a bit agoraphobic. She doesn't really leave the building, does she?
Huh. Yeah, suddenly I think you're right.
Explains the teleportation interest too. Because hell, if she can set up a circle from the dorm to the building, the main campus, that would make things a lot easier for her. Because she's never been in any of my classes either.
Hey, Lee.
Oh, I mean, don't.
I'm curious. What kind of things do you get up to? Like, I know what Marie does. I know what Wolf does. I know what most of the people in our dorm do. Never actually, really asked kinds of things you get up to.
She looks up for probably whatever Wolf has cooked is in her mouth. She swallows. Like school-wise or just hobby-wise?
Mostly hobby-wise.
Oh, well.
I mean, like, I know you go to your classes and stuff. Everyone goes to their classes.
Yeah. Well, Oh wait, I thought you rolled an ever since motive. I was about to be like, holy shit. Oh, you know, I make my dolls, I read romance novels. I've got A Tale of Two Princes. She holds up a book from nowhere. Interesting.
Gotta borrow that sometime. Haven't read that one.
Okay.
Damn it, he said it first.
You could probably find a copy pretty easily.
That's
It's
fair.
cheap. But, she shrugs. Just, normal stuff, I suppose.
Eh.
Between, workload of classes and such.
Yeah. Between you, me, Marie, we could probably just actually start a book club at this point. I swear, at least a third of this dorm are really into these kinds of books.
Well, I mean, if you set one up, feel free to invite me. I'm, always about.
Yeah, I'll have to take a consensus about what day works. Probably just gonna be something in the evening, just because, classes.
I think I might take you up on that because the horse riding club is a piece of shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's ego fluffing the hobby.
Sounds disappointing.
Yeah, I'm gonna show up for races and that's it.
Well, kick their ass, Aaron.
I will.
Good.
All right. I need to go to the store quick. I have one thing I need to do.
You need to buy product.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy more of that night silk.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, just to make some cuffs and then I guess a mantle. I'm gonna say.
Let's just say accessories.
Yeah.
Italicized.
Yeah, enough to count as the enough to get the bonus essentially.
Yeah, that's basically the 100 bonus, or via 100 additional gold to whatever outfit you're applying it to,
Yep.
basically.
Speaking of the amethyst, how much is that actually worth?
Not that much. It's mostly just big. 100
Okay.
gold. I mean,
Cool.
okay, that's a lot, but gem-wise, gems get pretty valuable.
Right, but I need to cut this and do actually some work to it, so I can actually maybe get it to be worth more.
Maybe. Either that or you're going to end up with a lot of amethyst dust, but
Yeah.
someone probably has a use for. While Aaron's away doing that, there's mention of a harvest festival, which one of you are actually going to get a visitor.
Hmm.
No points for guessing
Is it
who it
me?
is.
Dibs.
No.
Is it me? Oh.
I'm afraid not.
Is it me?
Alana?
Oh.
No. It's
Well,
Alana,
you
because
never
she
get
actually
any
has
visitors.
plans.
Oh yeah.
I have plans.
She has social plans?
That's weird.
Is it?
Yes, it's Alana.
That's true. But probably, well, before you go, probably so early enough in the day that isn't too weird. Roland shows up. Because if you may remember, you two actually, well, he mainly, managed to get a reservation for the inn in town during
I
the
do remember
festival.
this.
Yes. You
Shit,
and
boy.
experience fine dining, presumably. What turn?
I was just saying, damn, boy shooting for the stars real quick.
Nice.
They have to have an actual date at some point that isn't on a giant murder island or murder basement or whatever.
I don't know,
That's
it's
true.
probably the best time to get to Alana. She seems really into the whole killing things.
She likes nice things too. Sometimes.
Just the ethic duty and everything. Slash shrug.
Hey, Alana, want to go on a murder date?
I mean, that's
You
one way to her
wanna
heart.
kill us? No.
Damn it. But Roland shows up wearing probably better clothes than you've ever noticed him wearing. Just nothing particularly fancy, but just a nice pair of, I guess, breeches and a vest. And he kind of just awkwardly stands in the cloakroom waiting for someone to notice him instead of actually going into the building.
Oh, of course.
Proper.
Alana will probably eventually notice him. She doesn't exactly have perception, but
You have to leave him waiting long enough to establish dominance.
It's more she just kind of forgets.
Meanwhile, Bluebell is bored at all the math going on, is probably just pawing at Roland's pants, going, pet me.
Roland will that. I mean, Rollins knows a bit about Bluebell, I imagine, by now, knowing that they're not just some random feral skunk that's about to attack him. So I
Well-
guess he spends his time waiting playing with Bluebell.
I mean, random feral skunks don't wear like ribbons and things, so
And whether she's
Maybe-
going to attack him or not depends entirely on their state of pettings.
It's true. I mean, they're good pets. Roland has 2 ranks in Handle Animal, because it's the only background skill I could think for putting shit in for him.
he gives very good pets.
Alana does it.
In fairness, it was a very good skill in this time period. So
Mhm.
It is.
It's true. Who knows, maybe you'll get a horse at some point. But yeah, he said that Alana walks up to them, or
Yeah.
approaches.
She probably slinks away from all of the math herself, actually, and then just kind of runs directly into him.
Oh, Alana! Well, obviously you're who wanted to see.
Hello, Roland. She looks around and looks over at Bluebell and starts petting her as well. How are you?
Good, thanks. Well, you know date is obviously. The, Service Festival time. I was just, coming over to check that you're still good for lunch fair.
She'll nod, of course. My group put together some form of celebration, by which I mean mainly Ash. But if I tell her I have plans and then stare at her really intensely, she'll probably get the idea.
That's fair. Though, out of character, I imagine the party's maybe gonna be more of an evening.
Alana looks for any
Yeah.
excuse to not be at the party.
But things are happening.
Alana is coming to that party.
You can bring Roland,
I know.
maybe.
Maybe he also looks for an excuse.
He can be your plus one.
A few other people I know are also heading down to the festival. Obviously, they'll be, I don't know, what do we have at Harvest Festivals here? Apples?
Alana just gives a shrug.
Yeah, none of you are exactly locals. Or neither of you ever.
And there's not exactly ranks in there to roll and see.
But I guess we can always check that after lunch. Probably got some fun stuff.
I wouldn't mind trying some local things here as well. If nothing else, I'm sure they probably have some form of vegetable/fruit that I haven't seen before. I hope.
Maybe. I guess worst case they'll have stuff made out of vegetables or fruit.
This is true. Alana kind of glances back at her group who are having this intense discussion about math and magic. We can probably go now and no one will really notice me leave.
Do you want to do that? I guess we
Yes.
could get a head start.
She'll just kind of start walking towards her door, which is very clear to get me out of here.
You give Bluebell one final pat, then follow. As Alana is left. Rest in peace, Alana.
Never to be seen again.
Fucking dead.
To be fair, Alana
They ran
The-
off into the sun, eloped
kind of
in
follows
some
my
remote
philosophy.
location.
Listen, it was pinned in one of my Discord servers I'm in, where I said, "Don't fucking explain numbers to me." And honestly, Sam, I channeled that into all of my characters. So when we got to math, he was like, no."
But you and Roland can start the long walk to Westlake, the nearby town. I imagine after a while everyone else will end up falling, but I need to gather tokens first. Well, that's happening. Westlake's pretty much just not a particularly large town, but also not a particularly small town. It's basically the town nearby where they get most. It's a farming/fishing community, so most of the shit that the academy gets comes pretty much directly from there. Let's see, Team PC. I need a Roland. Is anyone going to invite anyone else, or is it just Team Peace for now?
I'll invite Laszlo.
Asta can come.
Sure.
Let's see.
Where is he? Where he is?
Come on, you know if I'm able to invite anyone, I'll be inviting him. Seeing as you
One
won't let me
friend.
invite the horse.
I mean, you can invite the horse to a party. I'm not gonna let you invite the horse to the town festival.
Why?
good question. I don't know, but I'm gonna say no.
I mean, it's a harvest festival. It'd be completely normal to have some horses there.
You're not taking some horse that belongs to someone.
Yeah, maybe Reyna has plans
I'm not.
with her horse.
I'm not taking the horse. I'm inviting him to come to the festival, and if he just happens to come with me,
I swear to God, you're going to get us all murdered in our beds by this woman.
You stole my horse. prepare to
Actually,
die.
no. If it comes to that, I'm just throwing you under the fucking bus. I swear to God.
I would
Throwing
not
him on
expect
horse.
anything less.
Let's see. Everyone's on this map. I'm just gonna drag the rest of you up to the top and keep you there for now. Balan and Roland. As once again, I've constructed a map that's probably a bit too large for what is really needed. But anyway.
I immediately zoom right the way out. Right the
Good
way
map.
out. This is certainly a map.
Yeah,
Is that a Pegasus?
maybe.
Looks like it.
You have to wait and see where you find out.
Never mind. There's a hedge in the way. I can't see it.
I do question
you're
what
also-
this black box is.
Black box.
Yeah,
Where?
there's like a black
Yeah,
box
there's a
that
big-
goes around most
Yeah,
of the
there is.
festival.
Oh, fuck, that's supposed to be in the GM layer. It's me, like, plotting shit out. 'Cause I like to be like, this is this area. That is supposed to be on the GM layer. I
Right,
don't
let's
know
see
why
what
it
else is
isn't.
supposed to be on GM.
It should just be that. That's the only thing I actually draw. Yeah, if you see any more weird black lines, it's because of that. Are you?
Well, what's this dude on the roof?
On the roof? Oh, whoops, that's a grandma. That's because, as you'll see now, wow.
Grandma's on the roof. Oh,
Oh, there's an inside building. Got it.
Yeah.
that's
If
kind
I
of
may,
kind of
ninja
neat.
grandma.
Yeah. Everyone else will arrive shortly, but Alana and Roland arrive first. Also, there's other
On the
people in there,
roof.
as I reveal now. That is the inn/tavern where you're scheduled to have lunch. Which Roland looks over the hedge at the slightly obvious Pegasus that Sideline mentioned. Is that a horse with wings?
What is it to identify a Pegasus?
I think it's nature. They're magical beasts, right?
Not fun.
Magical
Oh, wait,
beast
that'd be
Arcana.
Arcana.
Arcana?
I think so. Hold on. I have
It's
a pen.
Arcana because they come under mythology instead of under nature.
Nice.
Yeah.
They are not a natural creature.
They are the products of myths and legends.
Also, taking a step back, it's really weird how they lay eggs. I don't like it.
Alright, that's kind of weird. Alana's gonna take out a book, because I actually do own tomes on her, and see if she can find. I mean, the Pegasus is terribly hard. Yeah, it's fine.
So Alana's walking down the street,
Damn.
suddenly pulling a book out of her bag and studying it as she's walking.
Yeah. Alana has her books with her all the time. That's one of her quirks. They're just not smut books.
I mean, Roland isn't really carrying anything. He also does not have his weird, creepy, shriveled up dead head mace with him. So that's probably a good thing. You're the tank now. Congrats.
Oh, he's a deadhead?
Good night.
Dude, I love the dead.
His mace is a deadhead at least. So I should play the party music to myself. Establish the vibe. But yeah, you can. I mean, even probably without the book, Alana knows dead well what a Pegasus is, probably from all the stories that James has told her. Pegasus is, well, essentially a winged horse of legend. Often they kind of share the same niche of unicorns, where they're viewed as creatures of good, able to smell the inherent evil within man if they have it, also the inherent virtue if they indeed also possess it. They're about as intelligent as an actual person, and yeah, sometimes they'll come to the rescue of people who need it.
Alana will just relay this all to Roland, looking over at the Pegasus, probably wondering if she can talk to it and realizing she probably might get kicked in the face if she says the wrong thing.
You're probably fine. You can see that there's like a small crowd around it. It appears townfolk people who are also kind of like, ooh, but also let's maybe not get too close to this thing that I'm not quite sure what it is, and is, it has wings, it looks weird, this is scary. But you're free to explore the map.
See.
For what noise are you making? What the fuck?
Oh, I heard
I'll
that too.
tell-
I was wondering what that was.
Apparently my throat, I don't know. Sing a song, it's people.
That was your throat?
Yeah, I don't know anymore. Just so you know, the left side of the map is basically redundant. That's just all homes and shit.
Down here. I'm on one way
Redundant
down here.
until creatures rise out of the ocean.
Are these stalls?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go down there first.
Oh wait, that's Ash. There's a few stalls about. Mostly they're just selling, well, stuff like cider, or some like baked goods, some roasted vegetables, but also meat and such. There's also just a few trinkety things around, like bracelets, hair ties, good luck charms.
Alana's probably looking for something she can send home. Small trinkets, It's nice that her mother's part Fae, because Ari is pretty easily amused by small trinkets.
Alana turns away from the large selection of iron horseshoes. What should I get? What should I get my mother?
Not iron horseshoes.
Yeah, it turns out. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you can probably find something appropriate. Maybe like a nice ribbon for her hair that's like styled with flowers and such.
That sounds about right.
Embroidered flowers. And as the joke you keep making, she'll receive it in 7 to 10 business days.
That's my favorite joke.
No expedited shipping for Ari.
I mean, that's expensive. It's like $20.
It's true. Roland himself pokes about looking at a few things. For selling just knickknacks and such, he pulls out a small hat and kind of looks at you. No. I don't think you really suit the farmer look.
I don't think so. I feel like I'd scare the animals.
Has that happened before?
Maybe. I don't. I am. Alana's kind of thinks how to explain herself. Having part of outsider in my blood does kind of spook the natural, so to speak. So if the animal is not dumb as bricks, quite frankly, they probably don't like it.
So we should avoid the petting zoo.
Maybe. I don't know if they're also dumb as bricks. Some just mainly feature goats who just eat everything.
This when you walked past and as Epos immediately rushes in, you don't see any goats. They have rabbits. I think this is supposed to be an owl, but also kind of looks like a chicken, and a deer, or a little fawn, rather.
And a Pegasus.
And a Pegasus.
Well, the Pegasus Alana's definitely going to go talk to, or try to talk to.
Yeah, Ipos went straight to the Pegasus.
Other ones, she might try her luck with the rabbits. There are rabbits. Most will do is just run away.
It's fair. I mean, yeah, we're stuck. And rabbits can only feel so much fear, right?
I mean, rabbits are very scared animals. That's why Alana's
They just fear maximum fear all the time, no matter what it is.
So Aaron's a rabbit, right?
I mean, yes.
It's Aaron's persona.
Oh no. J-Mac, why?
I mean...
Ashes is a peacock.
Which I suppose while Alana and Roland are browsing knickknacks, that's when the rest of the party arrive, probably like 10-15 minutes later. Should probably move Aster along with Aster keeps a healthy distance. Mama raised him right and told him not to go up to the magical horse immediately.
Ipos immediately goes straight up to the magical horse. Literally straight up to it.
The man who actually has a token here goes, whoa, careful there.
What? It's special horse. It's nice horse. He's sort of reaching out to try and pet its nose.
He gives a little bit of a sigh. Sally here's she's a bit of a spooked horse. Bad history. Just be very careful.
Okay. Ipos understand, and he sort of gets quieter and a little bit smaller, even though he's already very small. He's still reaching out towards, but it's slower now. It's like, you nice horse, nice pony. Come on, Ipos has nice apple for you. And somehow he pulls an apple out of his pocket.
I blame both. Do you want to give me one of your, I suppose whatever you have to vibe with animals?
I believe it's...
Technically it's an intelligent creature, isn't it?
That's also true. Technically it's an intelligent creature. Give me a diplomacy.
How much intelligence?
As pretty much as smart as the average human.
Oh, diplomacy then, I guess.
It doesn't seem too aware of you. I mean, I don't. Do you have knowledge arcana?
No. No, I do not.
Okay. Ipos wouldn't know about the whole entire sensing evil thing, but it doesn't shy away from you, but it also seems kind of hesitant
Yeah,
watching you, so...
I will say Ipos is chaotic neutral, so he's not good aligned, but he's not evil aligned.
Neutral is okay.
And if Roll20 would like to actually roll something for a change...
No.
I
Take a
don't
fit in
know
the
why.
back.
There we go. 23.
As with all animals, the key to their heart is food. As you offer it the apple and it munch,
Munch,
crunches
pet,
into
pet.
it.
Ipos has another friend now.
Yes, Sally lets you very gently pet her neck.
Pet,
It's
pet, pet.
definitely a bit odd considering, big horse, small Ipos.
I mean, is this bigger than the last horse he was with?
I think Pegasi are slightly bigger than normal horses, but I don't know if that's just because they have dummy thick wings. They have more volume at least.
6 foot high at the shoulder, typically. So at the shoulder,
Yeah.
he's like 3 foot taller than Ipos. His shoulder is literally twice the height of Ipos. Ipos is 3 foot tall. Shoulders are 6 foot. Very small kobold, very big horse.
That's how it be, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think it do, would it be?
It be.
He's happily petting away and is like, "Oh, she's very, very nice horse. Where did you find her? Ipos not seen one like her before. She has wings. That's cool. So, big wings."
Bit of a sad story for Sally, I'm afraid. Pegasi are often bred and their eggs sold on black markets. Sally was one of those Pegasi, their wings clipped so that they couldn't fly away. Now she has a bit of a better life. Gets all what she wants, and, well, all she has to do is be nice to the kids.
Oh, that's so sad. The wing cannot be fixed. Make fly
I'm
again.
afraid not.
Oh.
She can fly a little bit, but not as good as she used to.
He's sort of trying to hug her neck at this point, which is hard because it's so far off the ground. But
Also,
he's
just
trying.
big neck.
Yeah, also big neck. He's trying to hug and pet her, make feel better.
Sally nuzzles Ipos back. There's
New
definitely
friend.
the light of intelligence within their eyes, but yeah, they seem content to just kind of chill. Whenever people are like, "Oh, look, that kobold? Is that a kobold?"
Kill it! No.
Kill, murder.
Yeah.
No, thankfully, being next to the academy, the town's a bit more inundated to the weird. But a kobold's not exactly a normal sight, even still.
That said, very few kobolds though look as stylish as Ipos.
It's true.
I mean, he's not very stylish. He's just adorable.
I mean, he's wearing more than
Ipos-
rags.
He is
Ipos
wearing more
would
than
be
rags.
stylish if you would let Ash work with him, but he is
No.
very stubborn about that.
No. It's one of those things. Do you really want to get him some nice new clothing when you know the first thing he's going to do is roll in the mud? It's very much like a dog in that aspect.
Shaking my head. But you can spend some time with Sally. Meanwhile, more group checking of the knickknacks.
Yeah, Ash is mostly just like buying a few good luck charms.
You sure can. It's just kind of the very standard thing. As stated before, there's the iron horseshoes, there's like 4-leaf clovers.
Yeah, it's kind of Ash is very much the kind of I'll take one of each kind of person.
It cannot hurt.
Hmm.
Sure. If you want to chuck maybe like a gold or two their way.
Yeah, I kind of just threw a gold piece at it, just going like, these things probably cost like a silver each, at most.
Yeah, most of you possess more wealth than most of these people have. I mean, at least liquidated. We do technically own houses and shit.
Silas is going to ping psychic significance to see which of these good luck charms is the most psychically active.
Okay. Let's see. There are a few that kind of have a particular sheen to them. They look kind of more shoddily made, actually. almost as if they're maybe made by a kid. There's a certain flavor of belief about them. That sort of, oh, this actually works, that only a kid can manage.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Silas will pick up one of those.
It's probably among the flavor that Ash is going to be picking up as well, just because like they need to. There's like a you know how superstitious Ash is with this kind of thing. Like the more effort and belief that's put into it, the more likely it is to actually work.
Ash is from a farming community as well, aren't they?
Yep.
So they probably have a bit of, they've probably maybe even made a few things for a harvest festival before.
Oh yeah.
They've been around the block, so to say. They know their
Oh yeah,
charms.
they have.
Not that way.
I am not confirming or denying. But
SMH.
yeah, no. Ash was usually in charge of carving gourds.
There's something a bit similar that kids are doing about the place. There's also a bunch of people who appear to be gearing up for some kind of pie eating competition over here.
Hey, Wolf. Check that out.
Wolf's already staring at it.
Poor Wolf. Stereotyped.
Look, man. The kid eats. Kid eats a lot.
It's true. Doesn't appear to be ready quite yet, but there's a few people like looking around going like, oh, I could totally beat the rest of them. One
That
woman...
That being said, Ash is actually going to go up to Wolf. Hey, Wolf.
Hmm?
Here, I saw this and thought you might like it. It's just like it's just like this painted 4-leaf clover good luck bracelet.
Wolf kind of holds out his wrist.
Ash will just, kind of tie it on there. Just loose enough that it's not constricting blood flow. Definitely tight enough that it's not going to just fall off, because Ash knows how Wolf is. If that thing isn't secure, it's going to fly off somewhere.
Can't believe these stereotypes.
Thank you, Ash.
Mm-hmm.
You want some pie? They got a lot of pie.
I'm not going to take part in the competition, but I might have a piece anyway.
Yeah, I mean, when it goes down, you could probably steal a piece of pie.
I mean, usually the leftovers that are going to be there can get served out, so...
Mm-hmm.
Even Wolf isn't gonna be like, oh boy, leftovers, takes entire dish home.
Well, he won't be. He won't after he's already stuffed himself in a contest.
Fair.
Now, the question is this a competition of speed eating or volume eating?
In this case, it appears to be volume.
Wolf would like to size up the competition.
Sure. You can give me, I suppose, either a sense motive or a chef or cooking check would be applicable here.
I'll take my tool bonus off, because that doesn't seem really appropriate right now.
Know your clientele. I mean, these are people, salt of the earth people. Most of them can probably a fair share. Probably the two bottom people will give you the hardest run for your money, you suspect. But Wolf's probably got this then.
As Wolf is kind of looking them up and down, himself being probably quite a lot shorter than all of them. Yeah, still growing. It's fine. But he feels confident with this. Though I imagine they don't see him as much of a threat.
No, I mean, you're like, what, 5 foot tall?
Yeah, just over, I think. Wolf's not very tall yet.
Everyone's so tall.
And most of Team PC is pretty short, except like Silas and I think Ash.
I mean, in fairness, so a lot of us are teenagers.
I mean,
Silas
Ash
ain't
isn't
tall.
that tall.
Yeah, Silas is 5'6".
Oh, I thought you were a lot tall. It's because you have such a tall aura.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Come on,
that's the point of Silas.
Just make Silas a manlet.
He's not that short. 5'6" is bad.
I'm 5'6", it's bad. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Also, he's 17.
So, I was like fully grown when I was like 15, which is...
Yeah, but he'll probably
anything
get like an
impressive.
extra... He'll probably get another couple inches whenever.
I mean, some people
in the next
some
few
people-
years.
Some people get growing until they're about 21. So
Yeah, exactly. I
I
did.
wish that were me.
like it basically depends when your basically when your growth spurts hit. Some people it doesn't hit until very, very late.
I think I stopped growing around 15, 16.
One of my
I kept
friends,
out at 5'9".
one of my friends back at school was when we were doing our GCSEs at 15, 16 was about, I would say, 5'4", maybe 5'3". He was fairly short. A lot of kids were big. A lot of the new kids coming in were bigger than him in some regards. But about a year later, or a year or two later, I check on his Facebook feed, and he's easily shot up like 6-7 inches at when he's like 18.
My family cursed me with hobbit genes. Where, anyway, let's see, who have we not paid attention to yet? Is Erin doing anything particular?
She kind of walked into this place and went, "Oh my god, it's what? What? It's farm, okay."
Yeah.
Alana's not used to seeing farms, is she?
No.
Erin's not used to seeing farms, is she?
It's a lot of plant stuff.
For the period while you're walking up here, it's mostly fields of like cabbage and other leafy green vegetables. Occasionally there's a more, I suppose, slightly exotic for this area, where there's like maybe some tomatoes. There's a lot of pumpkins. People like their squash.
Is that like a lake that we have there?
There's a lake. As Westlake denotes, this town is set on the side of the lake where the fishermen go out and fish. Most of the people here are either farmers or fishermen, with very few having, probably jobs as craftsmen or otherwise.
Are any of these trees taller than the houses?
A little bit, yeah. Basically, the bigger the tree, the taller it is.
Until the pie eating contest is going to start, Wolf wants to get a good look at that lake. He's going to basically throw himself up one of the trees.
Sure.
So you can just kind of watch out.
The majority of the houses here are only like one story. The only kind of bigger buildings are the inn, the temple, and this building up here, which appears to be some kind of like mural building.
Speaking of, is there a mayor that's...
Not that you've seen, at least.
There is that power. There we go.
Wolf climbs up a tree.
That's all for you.
The lake's very big, actually. Most of it is run off from the country above, so sometimes we get some weird stuff that comes in, but for the most part, it's mainly freshwater fish and such.
Are there any boats?
Out right now, not many, but there are a few. Just kind of sitting on the lake. Their nets cast out for the day.
I was going to just stare out, see if he can spot anything.
Give me a perception.
Probably won't be anything, but he's trying. Yeah.
Yes,
wait, is that the Loch Ness Lake monster? No, that's just a dude on a boat. Or is it?
Yeah. But also just casually standing on the branches 20 feet up.
There's kids running about. They kind of like look up at Wolf, laugh, maybe try and copy him. Don't get very far. Most of these trees have been like pruned and stuff, so there's not a lot of low-hanging branches.
Wolf waves to them.
They'll like play around the tree for a while, watching you up there. Oh, PC, come down. My desk starts to vibrate.
Yeah, Wolf certainly doesn't mind. I mean, this is literally the same thing that basically occurred back, just with less trees and tends to be more like tall rocks and everything, I suppose. But
yeah,
similar situation to kind of back at the temple/orphanage kind of area.
Does it remind Wolf of home slightly?
A little bit, though more animals.
Yeah.
Wasn't a lot of animals near the temple. Other than the forest a bit, but that was more dangerous stuff then. So.
Speaking of animals, beyond the petting zoo, there is a bull in a pen. Appears they're having some kind of, what the fuck is it called, bucking bull?
Oh yeah.
With a slightly older looking bull. But over the course of you like shopping for knickknacks, climbing up trees, petting animals, you probably watch at least one guy get like bucked right over the walls of its enclosure. Is it dangerous?
Yes. I don't want to die.
Yeah, yeah. Like Aaron's a good rider and everything, but it is quite literally a bull.
The peasantry is such interesting little things they do.
Oh, you have no idea, Silas. You ever seen two people with pumpkins on their heads run head first at each other?
No, I cannot say that I have.
I've seen it happen. Granted, few drinks were involved, and
How quaint.
You probably get a chance to see it here. There's definitely ciders and other such fruit-based alcohols going about.
Hmm. Oh, they do seem to have very high quality produce here. Perhaps I should order some for our dorm.
oh yeah, no, me and Wolf can definitely work with anything you buy here.
Excellent. In fact, yes, Silas is going to go around and look for the highest quality produce.
I guess give me an appraise.
Okie dokie.
I guess it's a good thing you got it as a classical now.
Yeah, it is. Oop.
Oh, hot damn. Sure,
Silas knows his goods.
Silas can go around critiquing vegetables. It appears like a little bit away, they're having one of those competitions where it's like who can grow the largest cucumber.
Hmm.
Or, various assorted fruits where people are like, look, I'm growing the biggest pumpkin this year. And such. You can have a little look around there as well. Is this
Perfect.
just to like see what it's like, or are you going with a particular goal in mind?
He's appraising them for the purpose of purchasing.
Okay.
In
So,
which case,
enough.
Silas would know to avoid the largest produce.
yes, absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
they
They are
actually,
bland.
yeah, well, they get a bit bland, but the thing is, like, they also get kind of tough and woody
Mm-hmm.
when
Because
they
they're
get,
meant to survive to be gigantic.
yeah, no, like, let me tell you, as someone who actually grows vegetables and shit, like, generally speaking, you kind of want those, like, smaller size, medium-ish ones. Those are the good ones.
Perfect.
This has been Vegetables with Torn.
So yeah,
We're seeing Torn roll his own gardening skill.
Yeah. This is, like, especially true with, like, pumpkins. Like, some people wonder why, people carve up pumpkins that are all big and stuff instead of eat 'em. Turns out, pumpkins for eating, you actually don't let grow to full size.
There's a reason people say small and sweet.
Mhm.
Sugar pumpkins, it's a thing.
So yeah, with that, Silas is going to sort of find the best, the merchant with the best produce for each thing, and set an order for like some good fresh produce to be delivered to our dorm.
Sure, if you want to chuck some money that way, you can get some high quality produce for your dorm, which will basically probably go towards bonuses for Wolf cooking.
Excellent. He'll throw like 20 gold worth.
Yeah, that's a decent amount of produce.
Yeah, he needs to stimulate the local economy as well.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, a bunch of kids who get basically free money by fighting shit and then bringing it to places. Yeah, this place gets a lot of stimulation around these times. Sounds dirty, by the way.
I'm gonna
comes the
lean
bit-
over to. Oh, sorry. Were you in the middle of something? Sorry.
No, you go.
Ready to come back. Okay. I'm gonna lean over to a Laszlo and go. I don't know what to do.
Oh, I think it's just the sort of thing that you mingle at. You don't necessarily have to do anything. You just kind of have to look like you're looking like you're doing something.
Mingle.
Nah. And people are having fun, presumably.
Wolf's playing tag.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It's just a lot of things that I don't really understand going on here.
Like pumpkins?
I mean, it's a big gourd from what I can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never really seen a pumpkin before.
Oh, there you go.
Well, it's a pumpkin. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just find something that I don't know you might find interesting. Oh, and also here, cuffs, collar, and a bit of a mantle. It's like a half cape, I guess.
Is this for tonight?
Yeah, I figured it would be a good way of matching. Erin sort of shuffles her vest aside to show the night silk blouse. Or
Ooh. Lazo nods and folds them away for now.
Yeah, I figured it'd help match.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Thank you.
Also, it does technically count as payment back for that amethyst. That was like 100 gold. So
I mean, I already told you didn't need to pay me back for it. It helps both of us.
I'd rather not be in debt.
Fair enough. I can understand that at least.
So-
Lazo.
Enjoy your gift, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Ha ha ha.
So dastardly. However, while I overcome your metal and wit.
Yeah. I'm going to just sort of follow your lead, figure something out, I guess.
Yeah. As he'll take you over to the rabbits.
Oh, rabbits. Yay.
Seems more people are going to look at the Pegasus as well. Oh, well, if you're not destroying kids at tag.
No, Wolf is choosing to. It's that kind of thing that you're playing with kids that are younger than you, that you don't go full out.
But they'll never learn.
He totally could if he wanted. He could absolutely full out and flatten them with a tackle.
Supposed to like demolish them.
I'm pretty sure if Wolf wanted to, he has enough movement speed that he could overrun several of them at the same time.
But as it stands, though, no, he's playing absolutely fair, letting them win sometimes. You know, he just having fun with them. Like with all the serious stuff going on, all the classes, it's good just to feel like he's at home again.
That's fair. With the other orphanage kids. Except less orphans, maybe.
Most likely less orphans.
You haven't really asked or taken a consensus.
But it's very likely less orphans. Like, statistically speaking, compared to all orphans, it's probably less orphans.
Yeah, definitely less orphans. It appears more people are going to the Pegasus. Actually, as Ash and Prismelda get closer, the Pegasus will look away from Epos and actually look to Prismelda.
Oh, Pris stole my friend.
You know, they say...
Epos 9 said you have to let go.
No, he doesn't. He can totally hang off the Pegasus' neck as it looks at Pris.
Pegasus definitely has enough strength.
Yes, the Pegasus can lift Epos.
Ash and Prismelda would kind of mostly just speak to the Pegasus as something more of an equal. Not like the rest of these people who don't actually understand that it is a highly intelligent being.
Fair enough.
It was like, hey, how's it going? They treating you alright? Certainly hope so. Probably can't appreciate you as well as they probably should, but I mean, they are just farmers. Can't expect them to know everything.
Damn, Ash, damn. But you get you get kind of a bit of rudimentary communication where it nods at, like, it's happy enough here, it seems. Well, I mean, not that, like, it lives here. This is just a traveling ranger person. But it seems happy enough with what's going on. Nobody's, like, being too rough with them. Though, as you start talking, and Epos does something. Epos, can you give me a ride or a climb? It looks over to
I
Alana.
have to?
I mean, yes.
I'd really rather like substitute with handle animal or something, but yeah.
Sure, I'll let you use handle animal because you're its friend. But actually, it's not even an animal.
So, no.
I mean,
sorry, man.
I can handle animal with magical beasts.
I get.
But yeah, I can understand.
You rolled really good on your diplomacy before. You can get up on its back.
Haha! Ipos is riding the Pegasus.
It doesn't really seem to notice or mind.
Benefit of being 3 foot tall and really light, it doesn't even notice.
It is true. But as Alana gets close, Alana and Roland, it looks a bit fearful for a second. Actually, taking a step back.
No, it's okay, friend. It's okay. She other friend. He's sort of petting its neck.
To be fair, even though Alana looks the part of an evil outsider, she also kind of radiates good, and this thing does have good.
Alana might not entirely be the issue here.
That's true.
Damn it, Roland.
You can't help it. Roland's just kind of looks at horseback and goes, you go see the Pegasus. I'll be here over here faster.
Well, I'll just
Hold
gently
on,
pat
hold
him.
on.
Ash.
Prismelody will kind of go up to the Pegasus and kind of tell it is not his fault. He suffers from a curse, but we have seen him fight evil firsthand. As a being of good, I can attest to his virtue. You have nothing to fear. Pat, pat.
Roll my diplomacy at -5.
Yeah, you're dealing with PTSD, horse.
Come on.
That might be part of the reason.
Can I get assist from Ash?
Sure. And I guess since he kind of went, no, he'd be nice people, even if it was kind of towards Lana.
It was definitely more towards Alana, but, he was with Alana, so...
Hot damn.
Damn. Is that including the -5? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, the Pegasus seems to settle slightly. It will probably take a bit more coaxing if you actually want Roland to go up to the Pegasus, but it seems content to not entirely stare at him eternally now, as he's in its, quotation marks, personal space of the Pegasus.
Alana does want to take a step forward. She will approach it. As this is a person with like -5 diplomacy, just natural. So, I mean, she'll hold out her hands and more than anything to try and make herself small. She does know how to deal with animals. It's just a problem where she's not naturally diplomatic just due to being so nervous all the time.
I mean, if it helps Alana at all, like, she would have seen, Ash and Prismelody didn't do that. They're very much just kind of on equal standing with the horse.
Well, yeah, she knows that Pegasus are intelligent, which is more why she's giving it, wide berth and respect.
Mm.
This is similar to how she'd approach, an actual angel, honestly.
Oh.
I do apologize. She kind of pauses and thinks for a second. Might not exactly be the most pleasant person on appearance, but I do promise you that, I've heard a lot of stories about what Pegasus do, and it is nice to see one in person and kind of take it in, so to speak.
The horse quietly or gently whinnies.
Alana looks like she kind of wants to pat her on the neck, but she doesn't want to overstep her boundaries.
Come, he nice horse. He let you pat. And Ipos is
Isn't this a
already
wo-
patting an area.
I mean, Alana with Epos's
She, Epos.
yeah, also that. With Epos's guidance, she will just kind of pet Sally's neck.
It's a bit like touching velvet almost. It's very, very soft. Sally will lean into it a little bit.
You'll see the same from Alana, although she'll suddenly become very aware of her horns and stop leaning.
Just accidentally kills the Pegasus.
No, please, it's not need that sound. Angry people coming after
I'm
her.
sorry, sir. It is very difficult to be made of swords.
Sure. Of course. But you can spend some time with Sally. They're a bit skittish, obviously. But most of the crowd, having seen, well, I guess, Junior Team 6 kind of, take the spotlight, they've kind of went for the other animals. And the ranger did seems content, having seen, well, none of you went, like, absolutely batshit yet, so you go off and, like, show off the other animals to people.
No, now he just has Pegasus to herself, trying to steal it.
Yeah, I'm not going near that thing. Aaron says, Laszlo.
Why is it? Yeah, it's
Totally
not in
gonna
the mood to
steal
be
it.
trampled to death.
Yeah, that's not. Not in my high list of things to do.
Yeah.
Actually, thinking about it, yeah, Erin will do that, and she'll actually pull out her cane.
That's Rusty taking a back seat.
Yep, he's sitting there.
As you watch the rabbits, I suppose. We're just kind of happily chilling, eating some veg. Azul sticks his hands through the fence and one kind of like sniffs at it. I've never actually seen rabbits before.
Really, I haven't either. To be fair.
I grew up in a slum, so they're, well, sometimes it's
Hey,
food, but
same.
same backstory. No.
Hey.
No, rabbits were
Twinsies.
more food than anything, I suppose.
Yeah, I didn't really keep track of all that, honestly. But I mean, my parents did do their best to feed me, but iffy.
Life's rough sometimes.
Yeah. I don't think there was really a point where I was starving to death, but sometimes you want a snack or actually get some parts for a project or whatever.
He nods. I don't think I had the same problem as you, but I understand well, things are scarce.
Yeah.
Especially in those places.
Where are you from, anyways?
Where the fuck is he from? Hold on. Like, I have a lot of people, and they all have backstories.
Asking the GM the challenging questions.
It's true. He looks over. Oh, I'm from country that you were. Insert name.
Oh, really?
World map. Oh, I'm from Crayport.
Really? Okay.
It's you've probably heard. Actually, Aaron has probably heard of it. It's one of the scummier places in Freyr. Sort of like where the biggest of big black markets are.
I know of it. Yeah, I've sold to a few people who went over there quite often.
It's a rough place to live. Unless you're
Yeah.
obscenely rich.
Oh, hey, yeah, sold everyone out the same way. Obscenely rich or really, 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 really lucky. But the luck is also a part of being obscenely rich.
It's the way of the world, huh?
Yeah.
Money makes it go round.
Unfortunately, people are occasionally too dumb to realize when they actually get the luck. I've seen people sell chunks of adamantine for pennies.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what kept most of what going around me around. I bothered to learn before I went scab.
I'm just going to forget that you said people selling chunks of adamantine for pennies.
Yeah, people would really, really good at lying and downplaying what they found and stuff like that. So people who were lucky actually would go to the salesman and say, "Well, what the fuck is that crap?" And the salesman would say, and they would sell it.
A shame, really.
Yeah.
Money we probably could have used to move somewhere better.
Certainly.
Here, I suppose.
A city constantly on fire and fear, getting shit dropped on them from the still remaining floating parts of it. Not the safest or best place to live. I will say though, it's not. It's called the City of Dreams for a reason. People do win a lot.
A few people who've been like also watching the rabbits while you've been talking, I've maybe heard like just a little bit of your conversation or just like, what the fuck, and quietly
Oh
walk
yeah,
away.
left.
As everyone's enjoying this lovely festival and you're both like, wow, the world sucks, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this place is pretty nice, I will say. No black market, no people selling chunks of adamantine for pennies.
And presumably the school has a black market.
I mean, yeah, it
It's
does.
probably
I'll tell
not
you for
quite
sure.
evil black market, but
Well, gray market. It's like the school
yeah.
likely knows it exists, but it doesn't care. I mean, you found the underground gambling den, I'm sure. I mean,
We
hell,
did,
yes, you were in the same class as me. It's in the
yes.
underground gambling den.
But I don't think it's particularly legal.
No,
I guess
it's
unless you
it's
gamble with your soul.
yeah.
I feel like that'd make it moderately illegal.
True. Though I doubt. Wait, how would you gamble with your soul? Because not many people actually have the ability to, like, ask you to pay.
I mean, there's probably someone on campus who can do that. Maybe not pro bono, but probably someone.
Yeah, maybe Roland can.
We look over to where Roland is keeping healthy distance from the Pegasus. You think so?
That or Brighton. I feel like he has 3 souls.
I feel like we're stereotyping, but
Yeah.
I can't blame you.
Well, I mean, stereotyping is part of a healthy sense of disposition towards people, but
Which more time passes, and Wilf appears it's time for a packing competition.
Wolf will complete his game of knights and robbers that was going on.
Knights and bandits.
Mm-hmm. Wolf leading the small army of. Also, as a side note, Wolf has basically brought nothing with him. Just so you're aware along. He's got like a satchel with him that has like the jar that produces food, and that's basically.
Fair enough.
Did not bring much along. He technically has some coins as well, but even then, Wolf doesn't have much money left anyway.
Yeah, imagine you brought like just enough to like maybe buy something to eat if you really wanted it.
Yeah, that may be a very small souvenir, that kind of thing. But Wolf will Wolf will march over here.
Appears that a few other people are gearing up as well. Robert looks over forlornly, but appears Nell has been pinned by the bull.
Yeah, the owner of yeah, like the amount of stuff Wolf's got on him. Jar, Wayfinder. Is that everything? Jar, Wayfinder, clothes.
I hope he's wearing clothes. Jesus.
Ration.
Emergency ration.
Yes.
Just in case.
I think that's literally it. Yeah, I think that's literally everything he's. Oh, also the bracelet and the. Also the bracelet.
Oh, yeah.
Not a large collection, if you understand. His satchel is rather empty.
Yeah, it's not like you're expecting grave danger here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need to bring along hammers or anything.
I mean, he brought both jars, as you know.
Yeah.
Because he likes the jars, though. They're planted.
Magic jars.
Yeah, Wolf will sit down somewhere with lots of pie.
Yeah. Appears that like per person there's probably like 3 or 4 pies.
Oh, that's what jars play.
A reason. I mean, most people, don't have an endless gullet. Oh God, does Aaron got to take part?
Gold on Wolf winning, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to take that bet.
No, I think unless Robert joins, then I would do that, but no.
Robert seems a bit busy.
Yeah, as Nell was like, no, don't do that, it's dangerous. Stop. No gold on, no betting. Save it for tonight, maybe.
Yeah.
As it stands, Wolf's gonna win this pretty handedly. It's mostly just the aftermath that probably, like, you probably end up getting through your pies quite quickly, and other people are like, quick, get more pies over to him.
I'm just saying, with 19 constitution and endurance, I've got here for long haul.
Mentioning that, can you roll me your con plus endurance?
I can. There's no way to add endurance, I'm just adding +4 onto this.
Yeah. Let's see if Wolf gets a tummy ache tonight. Nope. Wolf takes it down like a champion. As most people watching.
Like, my insatiable drawback.
Yeah, that's mostly what I was thinking. Yeah, Wolf will win this. Like,
he looks like he could eat more pie.
I feel sick.
I mean, yeah, proxy.
I imagine I might be getting some looks from the crowd.
There's like looks of awe and horror.
The thing is, Wolf is once again relatively small.
I wonder what his internal volume is.
It's just something terrifying about a very small person eating like someone who could eat you out of house and home, quite literally.
I mean, in fairness, that was basically me growing up. So,
how did the orphanage deal with him?
By making Wolf hunt.
Just throw Wolf out, and the wild thing just like eats the horse.
Well, the thing Wolf would regularly drag back, say, something.
Or more appropriately, probably half of something while he was eating the other half.
Probably not.
You have to cook it first. Yes, Wolf with his iron stomach feels no repercussions from eating a metric ton of cherry, apple, blackcurrant, assorted pies.
Wolf's face is a mess.
Yeah, your clothes are probably, casualties of the pieing.
Wolf will heroically stand up and just kind of put his fist into the sky when the last one's empty. The others still having 2 pies left.
Fair bits. I mean, the bottom 2 managed to get through them, but there's no keeping up with Wolf. Maybe one day someone will provide an adequate challenge to Wolf, but today is not that day.
It's still fun though.
There's unfortunately no reward. There's just the satisfaction knowing that you can.
I'll take the bonus to my reputation as my reward.
That's fair. As word spreads of an insatiable child.
Also, I've added onto my list of titles.
How many eating contest champions are you going to include there?
The thing is, this is the second time I've done it.
Maybe you can just say eating contest champion. You continue to grand champion.
I feel like you have to go to grand championships forever.
I mean, you'll clearly go to pie eating grandmaster and I'll find a way. Eating contest grand champion or something as well.
You start including all the different foods you've eaten.
I mean, at some point the occupation bar is going to fall off the screen.
I mean, I think it just goes down.
I don't know if the occupation bar wraps. I'm not sure.
Well, we'll find out eventually. Rose, if you're fine, I might also just leave the lunch between you and Roland as a thingy. Out of session thing. Because nothing particularly interesting is gonna happen here, you're just gonna eat some good roast. Maybe a dessert. As they have, surprise, more pie.
Pie.
I mean, unless Alana wants to do something silly.
Steal the horse?
No, don't encourage this.
I don't have to encourage it. It's already entered the mindset.
That's why I said don't. You're wasting breath by encouraging it.
I have plenty of breath. I think Rose might also be burb.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'll ask again later. But we can probably wrap up here unless anyone wants to give all the other things a go. Does anyone want to ride a bull?
I want to steal a Pegasus.
Yes.
You want to ride the bull, Wolf?
Yes.
Why
You won't
won't
go
you
well.
let me?
I mean, I suppose Wolf doesn't have the risk of actually being injured by this.
I mean, he does.
Yeah,
It's just that the injury won't last.
Yeah.
Well, threat of death is much lower.
In fairness, Nell's here. She's got a healing covered, probably.
I mean, once again, though, the point is the ball would have to deal basically 50 damage to kill.
Meanwhile, it could probably pretty easily kill Aaron.
Should probably put bull stats.
I think they're like
Sure.
CR4.
They're chunky.
Yep, they're nothing to mess with.
Hi, Robert.
Are you giving it a go?
Sure, he says, leaping over the fence.
The bull. Oh, wait. Where are you? Where are you on the map? What the fuck? Okay. The bull turns to you.
Nope, time out. I don't want to watch that.
Sure.
Hi, Mr. Bull.
The bull looks at you. You're not wearing a red, are you? Even though I know that's a myth.
Let's see. I got a question. Does a cherry pie?
I'm gonna go no. That's not really a red.
Can I ride the Pegasus over? Or do I have to get off?
You'd have to get off. The Pegasus is attached to a pole.
I need to.
Not by a very
pole.
strong rope. It seems kind of flimsy, but you get a feeling that like the Pegasus is here because it kind of wants to be here. If it didn't want to be here, it probably wouldn't.
Yeah, but
he
can stay at the festival and just let me watch the rodeo while being on his back.
He's on shift.
Well, Ipos isn't watching then. Sorry, Wolf. He has a new friend.
Oh lord.
Better flappy friend.
Yeah, it's a flappy friend.
But the bill watches Wolf pawing at the ground, or I guess hooving at the ground.
Wolf is remaining firstly defensively as he's just kind of looking at the ball, staring it down. Not really sure how he's supposed to do this, but he's gonna give it a try.
One of the guys moves to the side and starts clapping like, "Hey, over here!" And the bull turns.
Wolf charges.
Okay. I believe...
What do you want, CMB check, or what are we talking?
You could give me a CMB to get on, sure. After that, it's probably gotta be right rules.
That's fair. That Wolf's gonna try to throw himself up onto it. Don't tell me the result immediately, by the way.
I won't. Welcome back, Rose. Wolf is getting on the bill.
Oh. You said, was that you saying it was enough?
What? No, I didn't see it.
Okay. I'm gonna pour 5 stamina into that.
Holy shit.
That's 18. Wolf tried to just throw himself onto the ball.
It's difficult. This is a pretty broad bull, even if it's old. But Wolf just manages to get enough of a grip onto its fur to pull himself up on.
As Wolf looks victorious. Now comes the hard part.
Yes, indeedy. As the bull, seeing you on his back, goes absolutely apeshit. It just starts throwing its body side to side, wriggling, bucking, trying to throw you off. What's going to happen now is opposed. The bull is going to roll its strength, and you're going to roll your varied. I'll tell you now, the bull is pretty strong.
I would tell you, Wolf's not trained in riding.
Oh lord! I suppose the goal was never to stay on for particularly long, just to show that you can.
Wolf wanted to give it a try.
If anything, I would think it would be CMB versus Ride.
That's fair.
Grapple the
Steve
ball.
is
Yeah.
better.
I was gonna say no, more like a reposition or bull rush, because he's trying to throw Wolf off and in a
You know,
direction.
Bull
So it's
rush
even
is
better.
thematic. And the point is, I mean, most people don't stay on the fucking bucking bull for very long anyway. Most people get thrown off in like 5 seconds.
Mhm.
I mean, it's up to you. If you want to do it at CMD, you could just have him aiming after my CMB. He could be shooting my CMB.
Not sure. I kind of want to do opposed rolls, just to have it be more
I do
accurate.
opposed rolls. I'm happy to do a opposed roll against him. Let's do
Yeah,
opposed.
technically.
That's what I was saying. His CMB versus Wolf's Ride.
Yeah, let's just go with that.
This is
CMB
even worse
versus
than
Raid.
getting sabotaged.
I suppose. I mean, yeah,
This will be fun. Go for it.
let's go with it.
I mean, it's supposed to be difficult, right?
Yeah.
Hey, it's doable.
As Wolf, you,
Wolf too many to kind of like showcasing the fact he managed to just jump up onto the ball.
pretty much, as Wolf is like yeehaw for all of like 2 seconds before the bull. Let's see, what direction does he buck him? 8.6 seconds. Holy shit. 2. As Robert suddenly has a wolf in his face.
And do I fall outside the ring? Or
Yes. With rolling a 5, yes. As you feel a very soft surface underneath you. Oh, it's Robert.
hi, Robert.
Wolf. Why are you so heavy?
Pie.
Makes sense.
Also, Wolf is covered in pie juice.
There's a wet splat sound that. Oh god. Robert has second-hand pie saturation.
The ball is also covered in pie.
Just a little bit. Of the furious bucking makes it avoid getting too much on it. You don't take any damage, thankfully, but yeah.
I don't give Wolf take damage. I was just taking it.
Does anyone else want to give it a go?
God.
Silence!
You will
If
not catch me even coming
I could
close
guarantee
to
that it wasn't going to impale me with its horns, I would give it a go.
Yes, I would not even attempt it.
Aaron, you can barely sit up at Rusty.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I mean, if you want to give it a go, Aaron, they'll just kind of bops you on the head and gives you invested hex. Same thing as what Ash gives you, basically. I haven't done that for him today, so there you go. You're my first.
Oh gosh, why did I even bring this up?
And you don't have to. It's frankly stupid as hell.
I pushed the halfling towards the barrier.
Wolf,
Okay.
pressure Aaron.
Aaron, as a friend, you should not do it. That's why you should totally do it.
What kind of logic is that, Ash? As Nell yells at you.
As a business partner, you shouldn't do it.
Fuck yourself, Silas. Wolf, go around the other side. Get its attention.
Can do! Hey, Mr. Bull!
Was that really the peer pressure that Aaron needed? Silas telling her no?
I'm going to try the stare down with the ball to get its attention. Intimidating stare down.
Sure, give me intimidate. Yeah, that's, it's getting pretty pissed off. Looks almost like it might want to try and charge you for the wooden barrier. Aaron, you're a pro, and by that I mean, not much of a threat to the bull, mostly.
It probably won't even notice.
Erin pulls out a tiny gadget from her belt.
Oh god. Okay.
And straps it to both of her. Pulls it in half and straps it to both of her ankles as she's going to cast jump on her.
Oh, okay.
Just to actually be able to reach the back of the bull.
Yeah. I didn't know you
She-
knew jump.
Short people problems.
Yeah.
Yep.
True.
She knows jump, but it's mostly for Rusty.
Fair.
Okay.
You just fill him with those springs.
And hup. And she's gonna give it a whirl.
Oh, boing.
Oh wait, she's also gonna do this. She's gonna pull out a weird syringe thing.
Uh-oh.
It's filled like this little kind of mercurial liquid. Like it looks silvery, and she's gonna quickly pop it open and sort of take a swig out. And she's also gonna hit herself with True Strike.
Okay, then.
Meanwhile, I'm still having to stare down the bull.
Aaron takes 2 rounds to prepare herself.
Yeah.
Cast spell.
And
I stick my tongue out at the bull.
add 20 to this result.
Yeah, you did that.
I really did. I have a -4, so
A 29? Yeah, that's plenty for getting up on the bull. You scamper up. It's
help of
definitely
jump.
a bit difficult, yeah. Probably like a hoot and then scamper for the most part. But you can get on the back of the bull. It still hasn't really noticed you, in all honesty. Wolf, I don't know. Something about Wolf is just so utterly enraging.
figured this would happen. Give me a second. Aaron's gonna fumble around for a bit, pull out a red handkerchief, and sort of go, "Hey, dumb shit!" To dangle it in
Oh.
front of his eyes.
That will get his attention as it feels, oh, there's something on my back now. Jumpy time. As it just tries to straight up, like, buck its ass overhead and throw you towards Wolf.
I'm hoping it nat 20s right now.
See, what did I roll before? +9?
Yeah.
+9.
Mm-hmm. Can I say that Wolf is prepared
Jinx?
to try and catch her?
Yes. And you can see kind of the others doing the same thing, Laszlo to the south and Robert to the north. 19.
Where the fuck did my flag go? I mean, not fly. What am I saying? Right.
You want to get more air?
Yeah.
Keep that in mind for the end. Mew.
No, I want some of that, like with like, a wing cloak to get backed off.
Oh, -2 off that because I do not have Rusty's Masterwork saddle.
Okay, that's even then. That's still enough. Aaron, you might be a little bit of a pro at this. It turns out, as you manage to hold on for like a good 4 or 5 seconds before the bull tries something else, basically just shaking side to side vigorously.
As it was doing the jumpy thing, Aaron sort of put one of her hands on the back of the bull's head and is sort of guessing where it's going to be going, and she's trying to keep herself vertical as she's basically trying to judge where this thing is going to be going with any of its, and just making sure that she's always moving in the opposite direction. So she's staying sat up straight.
The monster hunter approach.
Mhm.
Is that time to buck you off again? 15. Oof. Oh, Aaron. Casually breaking world records as you probably move past the 6-second point. Oh, it's 8.6 seconds. Even then, this is the equivalent of like 2 rounds.
I mean, I could stay here. I don't have much inertia, so it's not really doing anything to move me. But I don't have a way of calming it down.
You're getting a lot of cheers and like, whoa, look her go. Look at little Missy. Yeah. Turns out they might not have much of a plan for when it turns into a standstill.
I mean, it hasn't gone to standstill yet. The bull's still trying, isn't it?
Just try and guess. Which, once more.
Maybe
Oh, that should be a +11, so 17. Ooh,
It's drawed.
attacker wins usually, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Which in
Yeah,
this case would be the
officially
bull.
attacker wins.
Which, in this case, would be the bull.
or would it be Aaron?
Well,
No.
The bull is taking the action to knock you off. You're not taking the action to stay on. It's taking the action to knock you off.
okay, yeah, I guess with a last-ditch effort, do you have a gadget or gizmo which helps you stay on?
I mean,
Or
Aaron
how
just sees
does-
her hand slip, and then she just immediately goes into her belt and grabs like a Tanglefoot bag and sticks her hand to it.
Oh god. Okay, Aaron, Jesus.
Well, it's not actually like the full Tanglefoot bag. She's just going
Right.
like.
She just
Okay.
has miscellaneous adhesive TM.
Actually, no, it's probably like one of the grenades, but she doesn't put the heat primer in it, and she just sort of like a bolus around.
Yeah, the cables.
Yep.
The bill's starting to tire out now, as you show no evidence of moving anyway. With one last final heave, it will attempt to throw you off before falling to the ground. Wow. Is this where I get a 20?
Oh, no!
Nope, you win against
Inspiration!
You didn't need it.
on that one.
The bull just trips and falls over.
Aaron,
Pretty much.
Aaron, as she's riding on this, is like, I don't really know how to get off, and she's just sort of thinking to herself, and then she takes another bolus and wraps his front feet and back feet.
Should I give her like slight warning here now? The rules. What happens when the mount falls on you?
I mean, Aaron's sort of winning in this scenario. Something was saying Aaron foresees the she ties up its legs, and as it is about to tip, she can make a wild jump.
Biff!
It's a 15. With jump, you have enough to clear the the fence in any way you want.
This was like to tuck and roll off the bull, and she just eats shit, just face plant onto the ground.
Well,
as the thing falls over.
There's like a split second where you're almost underneath it, where Nell's hex activates, and you instead just go you get it's like when you squeeze a bar of soap, and instead you kind of just rocket out of a pin. As the bill is defeated.
Aaron's laying on the ground, face down. She just gives a thumbs up.
There's quite a lot of people who, after that last bit, go, "Oh, is she okay?"
Thumbs up.
So the others will come over and be
like,
Aaron, what the fuck?
I'm going to pick Aaron up off the floor.
I'm good at running away from things, and it normally involves me riding Rusty. And, well, yeah.
After I put Aaron back down, I'm going to offer her a 5-5.
Thank you. Aaron puts up a hand. She actually asks for Wolf to help pick her up, essentially.
Yeah, Wolf will just pick you up and put you back on your feet.
Yeah, and she flicks her wrist, and her cane comes back out of the Traveler's Any tool.
And then Wolf would have taken his high five. So
there we go. There's my excitement for the day.
I was rolling in secret, but thankfully Nell rolled max on invested hex, so you take no damage.
Sweet.
Hooray!
Well, I suppose more appropriately, you retain no damage.
Yeah. I like the idea of it being like a shield if it negates it entirely, in a sense.
It makes sense for Nell.
I mean, out of character, ironically, Nell and Ash have the same hexes and the same archetype. Because I was like, what makes a good witch healer? And I was like, oh, this thing. Obviously you need healing hex, and ward hex is just good.
I mean, that means we need both of them buffing us from the back lines.
All the hexes.
I'm good. I had my excitement for the day. I'm glad I had the chance to do that. Never again. I'm good.
I think once in a lifetime is probably a good policy, as Laszlo walks over to you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm sure as hell wasn't going to go first, but...
Wolf is now planning for next Harvest Festival.
Well, I'm glad you didn't get squished to death.
Yeah, that's a benefit. Someone might want to help the bull. I'm worried about the circulation to its hood.
I free the bull from the bull.
Well, at least you're skilled enough not to get too hurt.
The bull at this point wants to ram me. It's free too.
It's pretty much out. Sweet.
Fair enough. But Wolf will untie the bolus and just throw it back over the fence at Aaron.
Thank you. Aaron doesn't attempt to catch it. It just sort of lands next to her. Well, neat. Does anyone else do that? I don't know.
Well, ride bulls?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I broke any records doing that.
And personal group record, I suppose.
Yeah, that works.
Not that anyone's really going to get another chance, I suppose, today.
Realistically, in a world full of magic and adventurers, Aaron probably did not break a record.
Yeah.
You're going to have to ride something like a mammoth, then you break a record.
Oh, God.
Stayed on a fucking mammoth for a minute straight.
Yeah. Hey, with my rules, anything's possible.
Yeah, but you were also increasing the attack bonus by one every round.
I rolled a 1, a 5, a 6, and my highest roll is a 10.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
It'd be like that right now. But I think for now we'll draw close to a harvest festival. Rose, if you're here, I was saying we'll probably just leave the thing with you, Roland. As like a over the week thing, if you're not terribly
Okay.
busy.
I probably shouldn't be. You might have to poke me to remind me though.
I will. Or
Thank
I'll
you.
try.
We'll see. Between the two
Talking
of
to
us,
people-
maybe something will happen.
Talking to people's scary. Either way,
True.
you have a date. It's fairly nice, probably.
Hopefully. I have 7 charisma. Don't make me roll diplomacy checks for my dates, please.
He has.
Unfortunately, that's it. It's tradition too.
It's tradition, but maybe Alana just charms him with her intelligence.
Roland's charisma's actually good. I forget. He has a very even spread, except his intelligence, which
I
is
mean-
not even.
He's an oracle. I hope his charisma's okay.
Here's his stats 14, 14, 14, 14, 11, 14, 15.
Alright, well, it's okay. Like I said.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. He's a good over-under. Just don't expect him to be terribly great at anything. But yes.
I'm going to leave a carrot in front of the ball.
Or you reverse Santa Claus?
Look, Wolf has a jar full of effectively infinite vegetables.
And yeah, I don't think carrots are, terribly expensive.
Well, he's practically speaking infinite vegetables. So,
Carrots are probably
no way in casual use is Wolf going to run out in a day.
it's probably like a bundle of carrots for a copper, honestly.
Yeah, probably. So he leaves a bundle of carrots in front of the ball.
It gets more expensive when you try to pull things like mandrake root out of it.
Probably
Or something exotic like dragon fruit or durian.
this is where we discover it's also based on season.
Mm.
Yes, we don't grow carrots in the winter, so it's expensive now.
What is in that jar? I need to stick my head in there and figure that out.
It's probably just like a demi-plane. Just full of vegetables and fruits.
Yes, so I suppose those our beloved group of students can go somewhere with Wolf still covered in berries.
Yeah. Imagine back to the dorm where they'll probably to clean up and get everything ready for tonight.
Yep.
Which if anyone has any, interim things they want to do before party, which will probably end up being next time.
I'll take a bath
Slash
or shower.
Yeah, that feels fair. You can head to the bathhouse.
Silas has some minor things to do in between.
Silas going to get a mustache.
And
Oh. Puts
But
away
I
fake
guess-
mustache Silas took in the head.
these are best probably taken care of outside of session, actually.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
What? Yeah. Basically, after Wolf gets himself clean, I'm going to be working on getting his armor finished.
Sure.
But I also would like to figure out more about the God chasing Wolf voice around.
So it sounds like hitting up Forge first, hitting up Library second.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm probably gonna actually take the full time at the forge to get it finally finished. Then I can work on the hammer. But if someone else wants to do a little bit of research, that would be great.
Presenting sounds.
Yeah.
Research on what exactly? I'm sorry.
The God chasing voice. Which,
Yeah, sure.
Aspects.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure how I
Perfect.
could help with any of your stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
Silas
Sure,
is
if
busy
it-
with his own things.
It's not that
So-
Ipsos is particularly busy, it's just that he has no religion, no arcana, no spellcraft. If it's not fucking with a magical item, he doesn't know.
Druid's skill points. Delicious. For sure. Alana, if you want to, how do you find out? What's Alana's go-to for finding out about a god that she's not particularly knowledgeable on?
Well, religion.
Well, I mean, but how would you come across the info? Would you just go
hmm.
to a library, or would you go to maybe even to the chapel and ask about?
She'd probably start with the chapel actually, because this might be like a recurring theme. If there's nothing there, then go to the library. So it'd be a
Fair
two-step
enough.
process for her probably.
Roll me one religion then. But because you've done that, you'll discover some things that you might not have in the library.
They'll eventually go through. One day.
Roll 20 has been real sticky tonight. I don't know what's up.
It's a shame.
Tell you now, that'd be enough to reveal the base of his handout at least. But Alana can go to the chapel, where one of the professors appears to be upstairs working on the massive hole in the wall.
Alana stares at it. She doesn't know about this for a good reason, and then kind of shakes her head.
The whole blushes. No. Unfortunately, the shrine to Aspects is on the second floor, but the chapel has 2 sets of stairs, so you avoid the kind of broken one and go up the other, to where you find, yes, this vaguely tickles your memory. Aspects isn't exactly an unknown god, it's just most people don't, worship him. So I'll reveal his handout. Pew.
It's lawful neutrals makes a lot more sense now.
He's not particularly evil in the sense, as much as the country that he is kind of patron of is a authoritarian country where it's kind of bad, but he's not good either. Keep that in mind. But you can find his shrine where, yes, there's various things dedicated to him. Particularly, there's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Like clay molded snakes. Well, different kinds. It's never like just the one kind of breed of snake. There's pythons, there's vipers, there's boas and such. Appears he's not very picky.
Whoa, he's got 5 domains?
Yeah. He is a step up from, voice with his 2.
Yeah. And generic god 4.
Generic god 4?
Generic gods have 4 domains.
Oh, right.
Wait, no, do they have 3 and then 3 subdomains?
No. They have 4 domains.
Okay. It does vary. There are some gods with 5 and 6, but those are very few.
There's
Though
the general.
admittedly, having an entire nation dedicated to you probably helps your divine power.
Yeah, especially when it's like very particular, like, oh, only this god, he ours. And well, one thing in particular I will notice, none of these snakes appear to be like the sculptures. At least none of them appear to be like of any venomous varieties. It's all very like constriction or that sort of thing for the particular brand of hunting.
They will strangle you with their serpentine taxes.
Yes. The rest of what she learns is when she goes to the library and, oh, these are typically the areas of concern, blah blah blah.
Areas of concern. His shit.
Artifice, community, law, nobility, and war, with 4 subdomains.
Wow.
As you can expect, you don't, off the top of your head, know if you know anyone from Carlia who goes to the school, but not many people manage to escape. Or want to leave, in the case of the nobles.
Answer, kind of.
I mean, life is good for them, and for everyone else, not really any way to leave. There is one city where they allow contact with outsiders, but even then, not a lot.
Am I expecting smuggling in the back of ships kind of situation here?
Yes, there is definitely smuggling going on, but they'd never acknowledge it. There is...
I mean, even if they do, it's strictly illegal, so...
Yeah, but it's the sort of case where it's like the lands out of Carlia are lawless and godless realms where death only awaits. Do not seek redemption from the outside, for there is only Carlia.
Oh god.
That's all good stuff. Great. I got Aaron being true neutral and Aspects being lawful neutral and voice being one being roguish tendencies and one being artifice.
Okay, that's where to give voice artifice as well. I feel like I've given a lot of the deities I've made artifice.
Did you give voice
you have set a particular theme for this world.
Okay, no, it's just the Mirror Mother who also has artifice.
Yeah.
Which she makes sense as well.
It's a hotly competed domain, is what I'm hearing.
Voice could have had artifice. He is the god of props, but no. Trickery and chaos fit him better.
I mean, not every god who makes something has artifice.
But artifice! In fairness, Aspects, as stated by Subdomain, his is more toil. It's more of the working class, like, the efforts of a working class than it is the, I made pretty viz.
What is Alana's perception score, by the way?
Okay.
Alana, we need to get you familiar.
I can't technically have one.
Oh yeah, because it's Gorf.
Scarf eats it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to get Scar for perception score.
I mean, it does have wisdom. Whenever it becomes smart.
Soon TM? Oh, next level.
Yeah.
However soon that may or may not be. Let's see. Anyone else doing anything? Or shall we set the scene for what will likely be most of next session?
Let's set up next session, I say.
Yeah.
Fair enough. As I imagine the majority of the dorm starts helping load up the Baby Yaga hut with all the shit that we're gonna drag out into the forest to have our nice. You're probably not staying overnight. There's maybe like 1 or 2 people who are like, why not? I'll camp out. It's a nice night and shit. But for the majority of you, are
Yeah.
probably just gotta go there and come home. Probably late into the night. It's a weekend, so who cares?
Mm-hmm.
As Alana, I suppose, gets all her numerous jugs and barrels of alcohol and stuffs them in the house.
Don't worry about it.
There will be tents provided if people just want to like get away or fucking just sleep there.
Baby.
What?
Mm,
I don't know what you're implying.
yeah, of course you don't.
But yeah, you have enough like tents just from random adventuring shit lying around that you can do that. Does anyone want to bring anything particular in regards party-wise beyond what's already been stated?
Cards. Lots of cards.
Yes, that's definitely on the agenda. For those of you who look inside the Baby Yaga hut, there's also a fairly sizable hookah.
Oh, wonderful. Actually, Silas might spend a bit of time with that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, hallucinogenics. All for it.
Yeah. And a hookah, after all, hookah's a bit more refined than just smoking a joint
blunt?
out in the mid. Yeah. Smoking
Fat
a joint
blunt.
around a campfire.
As, yeah, it kind of quietly becomes known that Nell might have found someone who deals with more illicit substances, but she hasn't got anything strong, just mostly flea leaf. Maybe a bit of blood brush extract, which some of you may know is actually a hallucinogenic. I think evokes vivid hallucinations, heightened awareness, and altered thought processes.
Interesting.
For whoever wants to try it during the night.
Oh yeah, Ash is definitely going to.
Ipos is
I
gonna
mean-
get high.
Unless something else
Unless.
happens at the party.
And stuff will happen at the party. You don't necessarily know if it's good or bad yet.
If everything goes well but not too well, Ash will probably end up high and drunk by the end of the party.
Jeez.
This happens.
As there is a map.
Well, I mean,
Is it-
Ash is basically a college student right now on a victory
we are.
party. So,
I suppose another question is, does anyone want to bring, I suppose, friends outside of the dorm?
Was Astor
an
our
option.
dorm?
No, Esther's
No,
not your dorm. He's cups.
He
You're
can
once.
come, Horse can come, Pegasus can come.
Does the horse like to have drugs?
I mean, he did
Don't
seem
for-
pretty chill.
You're not bringing the horse.
I'm
don't
not
think the
sure
horse
you
has
get
to
an option
intelligence
if I
score to
just turn up
understand
with
drugs.
the horse.
I swear to God, if you turn up with that horse, I'm going to go get that bitch myself.
Go for it.
Jesus Christ. Let's see, Aster, where are you? Is Alana bringing Roland?
I mean, probably, yeah.
Fair enough. We're those two already together. I can just drag them over from the Westlake map. Let's see. Am I missing anyone? I don't think so. Distribute yourself as you will. There's 2 groups. Mostly the girls to the north enjoying the hot spring and the guys to the south enjoying the hot spring. Plus Bruval, who's apparently just dunking himself underwater.
I'm not sure it's all loading for me.
It's loading for me.
I see like a few cliffs, a pool up here, and that's it.
Reload.
Yeah, there's a lot of trees. and
My whole roll
shit.
20's been shit this evening.
Yeah, no, I understand because it's like weirdly like sticky, if you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's just incredibly slow for me. And of course I've now reloaded, which means it's going to take forever to load.
Rest in peace. Yes. The table to the south west. Yeah, West. So if West is currently playing blackjack, because that's the only
Ooh.
poker game I know.
After playing blackjack, go somewhere else then. Where would Ash?
Wait, is blackjack what I think is? Okay, yeah, it's 21. Okay, yeah.
21. There's always 5-card Texas Hold'em.
Maybe I
It-
haven't gambled
it's
a
the
lot in my
standard
lifetime.
poker. It's the standard 2 cards with 5 in the middle poker. The stereotypical one.
Just thinking, so blackjack I can actually get like the cards out for on roll 20. Wow.
Fair.
Oh my god, it's so slow at loading.
Don't worry too much about
I'm
it. 'Cause imagine...
I'm slowly seeing trees spawning in. But it was at the point where our little icons on the chat window, I could see them loading in like bar by bar, like on when you're on dial-up in the old days, and it just sort of progressed down the picture.
Oh,
It was
God.
that on the tiny little icons.
That's
J-Mac,
Yeah?
I have got 2 words for you.
Oh god, here we go.
Cannonball.
Campfire?
Was that?
From your son next to the campfire says imagine into the campfire. No, imagine into the hot spring. Robert's probably going to follow your example at the same time, which is where you learn the very disappointing fact. These hot springs aren't that deep.
Wolf doesn't care.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Wolf, you're probably fine with Robert's like, my ass!
We have
As yeah,
playing
it's deep
cards.
enough.
Sorry.
As soon as I figure out how to... I think I can just do them to everyone.
Where would
I've
I
loaded
stick?
most of the map now, although I'm still missing half the party's icons. I see Wolf,
Also,
Ipos,
J-Mac,
Aaron,
you,
Krusty, and Ash.
You dealt cards to everyone, not just the participants.
Yeah, let's just try to figure out if that'd actually work. Can I just suck these cards back somehow?
You can. There's a recall option in there, and you can
Oh,
recall
there you go.
all.
Slurp.
Let's see. Slurp. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the hot springs aren't that deep. They're kind of like on a medium-sized creature. If you sit down to it, you can get like up to your chest, maybe over your shoulders if you like are particularly short. For small creatures, it's definitely like I'm standing in this and it's up to my shoulders, maybe my chin, especially for Aaron.
I mean,
Yeah,
Aaron,
you'll be fine. You can still stand in it though.
the standing part, that's the problem. I mean, Aaron's only 2'9", so
And hey,
Yeah.
you're in the water at least. So you weigh less. It's a lot easier to stand in water.
actually, that's a good point. Hydrotherapy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that cat who had to lose weight.
Yes, it is.
Except reverse.
There you go. Now here's where I discover the annoying thing where I can't do multiple sets of cards to myself, can I? Or at least not with it. I guess I could just be like... But a chance to save it for next time. I'll figure out how to actually do that without fucking me over.
Yeah, good idea. This would just set up the scene.
Yeah.
Does anyone?
Well...
Where's Ash go? Wait, where'd Ash go? There, oh, he's not.
Ash
Okay,
is right there.
Visible.
got it. So you're not gonna set up a co-ed pool.
No? I mean, like, as interesting as that would be, that's not something, the people in our dorm would necessarily go for. Also, it would kind of, if I went in there, it would kind of reveal that card I've been holding back the entire campaign thus far.
Yeah, fair.
Ash just pulls out like one of those bathrobes that you get at the bathhouse, and they're like, "Did you steal that?" And she's like, "No."
Maybe.
And that may happen towards later on in the night. Who knows? Also, these are the tokens that don't have names revealed. Fix that next time.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. But one thing, probably before we, end, is that particularly for Ipos and Ash as well, and a little bit and Silas a little bit as well. As you walk out, there's lights just covering kind of the area around the campus and the town. As you, more tuned to nature and the way that things are, notice, are those sprites? As little dancing figures fill the air rich colours of red, oranges, and yellows. As you see distantly in the town, as it starts to get a bit dark, they've set up the customary bonfire. For the harvest festival is in part paying homage to the gods and the spirits for giving a good harvest. At the end of the day, typically what happens is we'll set up a bonfire and dance around it to show their appreciation. And it
catch
appears the
one.
spirits. Sure. And you could less catch one and dance with one. They would certainly join you.
That is how he catches them. He catches them in a dance.
But can you three each roll me a perception?
I need to open up my character sheet because I refreshed the page.
Yeah. Keep in mind the trick, if you double click on your token, it brings up your sheet.
Too late.
I love that so much.
Perception. Oh yes, Ipos had no perception. That was it.
Yep.
Ah, screw you, Ash.
Yeah, I'm not built for perception on this character.
I have a +0.
Yeah, but you also have dice luck. I do not.
Also,
only on Ipos.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, remember that you know how you were talking about your Will of the Ancients is kind of not very useful right now? Keep in mind you can use that with heightened awareness.
I know. I tend to, but I don't use. But I forget to actually use heightened awareness sometimes.
Fair enough. If it's sort of situations sort of these where it's just looking for a while, I'm fine with you using it. If you want
then
to.
in that case, add.
As you decide how much Phrenic Pool to actually use.
Yeah, that's at 6.
Okay. Yeah, you can get stupid high bonuses if I love it.
Yeah, I know. It's just I need to.
Yeah, it's spells to him. But you all look out, and you all sort of see the same thing as I'd quickly flash you over to the Explorer map.
Oh dear. Which country's exploding?
It's not a country. This is not the world map.
Oh, right.
Now, let me get a blue bill so that you can see where you vaguely are.
It's a black page.
Nothing. Look to the middle.
Yeah, it's literally a black page.
Oh.
Oh, I see just fine. I see. I can see it.
Well,
no, I can just print screen for you.
I don't know whether it's still loading in or if it's just not displayed for me. I literally have a black square.
Ooh, wait, hold on. Okay, now I can do this for you. I'll just need to turn my my Fog of War opacity. Wow. But in the very far distance, you see an area where none of the spirits, pretty much everywhere is blanketed in these dancing spirits, except one location, which, if you look in GM announcements Tinder, you should be able to see if it hasn't looked in for you. That square to the far right, where I've noted with a question mark.
Yeah, I don't see any of this.
Whack. But also there's a tiny little revealed triangle of space that should not be there. But the spirits seem to refuse to go near it, as there's just a wide berth danced around it.
Well then.
Well, first party, then explore, I guess.
Well, that's just a note for the future.
Yeah.
I have to get used to this map sometime. Oh god, I'm sorry, Tinder. Hopefully since you've already loaded it once, it'll be faster a second time. It doesn't terribly matter anyway. We'll probably stop for now. Though if anyone wants to have any conversations or anything, feel free.
My angry, so I'm gonna hop off.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say drink some milk, but you're lactose intolerant, aren't you?
No, that's Tommy.
Okay. In which case, you can enjoy milk. I guess I think I'd to
Tommy,
just has to like.
Do you have issues with milk? I don't remember now, actually.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Not
that he sticks with that most of the time.
He doesn't listen. That's why I was like, wait, does he have this problem? Because he still has ice cream all the time.
It's very good.
In fairness, if God looked at me and went, "You can have cheese," I wouldn't listen to him either.
Yeah.
Tommy also lives in Wisconsin, so it's like a cardinal sin.
It is very true. There's a reason why I also ignore minor lactose intolerance.
Oh my god.
It's just minor. I just get gas. No, we're not.
Alright, now I'm leaving.
Sure.
Barrows. See you Wednesday.
Secret.